Perfect.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I'm sorry, I don't mean to offend you.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I kiss you on the mouth.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry.
One more time.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in every one of you. Disappointed in every one of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it no more.
I'm disappointed in every one of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be alright, Nicky. Go ahead. Shoot.
We just killed those fucking men.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. You got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.
Hi, this is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the boxing debate arena. We're doing it again. I think this is easier. You know, we've had so many fucking live streams talking about this Glovegate thing. Very few people call in. I always want the LDBC to call in. They barely do it. They don't even do it. Only a few people, like I said. But every time I make a video, I mean, then we get these comments, which we're gonna get to. Let me just give a shout out to everybody who's in the chat. SSB28, LL Luback 77, Adam Halstead, Arsenal Manic. Arsenal who beat Wolves, but they are playing like shit lately. Luis Puente, Virtuoso, G Boogie, Adams. Oh yeah. Anyways, guys. Thank you for being on the show. Let's get to it. So these are the comments that I got on the video that I made, where I talk about Glovegate and the floppy glove and Glovegate 2.0 basically. I mean, we already talked about the floppy glove. Some of these comments are just weird, and maybe, hopefully, whoever wrote this comment can call in or in the chat explain to me what the hell you're talking about. So he says, it's not a theory. I have an actual clip on my channel. So I went to his channel. I saw the clip, and I see the same thing, the floppy glove thing. But this time it's in the second fight. So when Tyson Fury at some point he lands a left hook, the glove kind of moves, right? Because maybe it's Fury's wrist that's moving, so it gives the illusion that it's floppy. But even if it was floppy, how is that the advantage? That's what I'm asking, right? So you think that having your fist in the wrist part area of the glove is an advantage? And then the guy go, question, shaking my head. I don't know why y'all think it looks cool to be confused. So then, like, he's the one confused. I asked a question and there's no answer. I said, you are the one not answering my question. So, I mean, what the hell's going on here? It's like, am I crazy? Can people in the chat, like, am I crazy or is it this guy? Or am I missing the point here? Or what the hell's going on? Is it an advantage to have your fist in the wrist part area of the glove? Does that even make fucking sense? Oh no, you think it's cool to look confused? Like, come on, let's have an adult conversation here. Triple JJJ says you're crazy for addressing this for an 823rd time. I am crazy then. AA says crazy Bucho. Yeah, probably. I am. Because this is crazy. This is why I think society must collapse. It's full of retarded people. You know, it's just time for like something new to come out of this bullshit. Maybe people do deserve to suffer. I mean, this is unbelievable. Let's get back to the comment section here. Well, this guy says, I really believe that a lot of you are slow, okay? And anyone would be able to get over on you, okay? It's clear as day that Tyson Fury cheated. Okay. So I don't know if he's talking about the floppy glove or the fact that some people claim that Fury had like metal objects on his glove, or that Fury's glove didn't have any padding. I know, what's he talking about? He's just throwing the word cheated out like that. So that's why I asked, how did Tyson Fury cheat in the second fight? Exactly. Explain to us how Tyson Fury cheated. Yeah, this is another one of the. This is some of like the common, typical comments that we get. Tyson Fury was busted by UCAD for PEDs. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. He was caught red-handed cheating against Christian Hammer by the referee. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. His sparring partner, the racist guy, exposed him for having gloves with no padding. This is not an opinion. This is a fact. Why won't you acknowledge these facts? Where there is smoke, there is fire. He goes on to say, why is okay for this guy who has a history of cheating not to be held accountable? So he's trying to, like, this is like they're playing the O.J. Simpson trial type of thing over here, which is not gonna work. I mean, they don't want to tell you exactly how he cheated. They just want to throw, well, he was caught in the past doing this and that, so therefore he must have cheated in the second fight. Well, that's not how it works. And by the way, like, we can actually dissect every point that you made. Like the sparring partner. Seriously, all we have is some fucking video of him grabbing those dirty ass gloves that are in the gym all the time that stink and everything. He's touching those and claiming that those are the gloves that Tyson Fury used. There's some gloves in a box, on some sort of like a cage box, and then there's some gloves on the wall as well. So which one did he use? I don't know. He's just touching all of them, right? And obviously they're all used up and shit because they're the gloves that everybody uses all the time. They, those gloves that they have at the gym, they stink. And he's grabbing those and he's saying, well, this is, see, he cheated. And he's talking about Fury when he's not even in the room. So, and I'm supposed to believe this guy, Asbury, right, who then goes on all these LDBC shows, crying racism all over the place, right? I don't know if he's blaming his boxing career, though. He's blaming the way it went because of racism. I mean, I don't know. But he doesn't look like a reliable person. And even if Tyson Fury did that in the gym, that doesn't prove how he cheated in the second fight. That doesn't prove that the floppy glove is an advantage. So it's like I'm talking to kids over here or retarded people. All right, let's move on. Let's see some of these comments. So then I ask always a question, right? Like, how did Tyson Fury cheat in the second fight? Simple question. And again, he's a proven cheater and shouldn't be given the benefit of the doubt. The fact that you won't even acknowledge the facts I presented proves you have no interest in the truth. This is how they get away from my question. Always. We've seen it. And I see Brotherhood. You're in there. You're similar. You're like same as these guys. And you don't care if he cheats. You believe they're just making this up as an excuse when Fury has a history of cheating. Again, he's going in circles. And then I ask again, can you answer my question? It's a simple question. Let's go back to the question. How did Tyson Fury cheat in the second fight? His glove looks suspicious is without question. I'm not saying, now he's like, backtracking a little bit. I'm not saying how or if he did. So you're saying how he cheated. So what the hell are you saying then? So what's your concern? Right? There's something you saw that makes you believe he cheated, which would be, here it says that's the glove looks suspicious. Okay, so you made an assumption here. So now you're connecting dots here. So you're saying this glove looks suspicious. So you're saying that Tyson Fury somehow benefited from that suspicious looking glove. How can Fury gain some sort of advantage using that suspicious looking glove? But there's no answer, right? Are you not familiar with what happened with Collins? Tyson Fury has been accused too many times for him not to come under scrutiny at this point. So that's what it's basically going to that, like precedents. Now he's never been banned for cheating or manipulating some sort of glove. So that's what we have to be looking at first of all. I mean, a guy did cocaine at some point. Well, does that mean he's gonna like put iron rods on his glove? I don't know. You know, I don't think so. Gloves don't flap. It's more the one picture. The picture came off. The photographer. See, now they're going to see. Okay, so this new picture that came out, the one that I'm gonna show you. I think we have it still here from the last show. Shit, probably not. Let me get that picture again. By the way, this now they're referencing this picture, right? This that surfaced like 2 weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks. I'd say it was like 2 weeks at max that this picture surfaced. And now this is like their main. Hold on, I'm looking for the picture. So yeah, now they're not just basing it all on this one picture, but they've been saying that Tyson Fury cheated against Wilder in the rematch since like a day after the fight. So since February the 23rd, let's say, they've been saying Tyson Fury cheated. And they didn't need this new picture that just came out. And this new picture is unrelated to what they were saying before, that it was a floppy glove. So, come on. I'm pretty sure this guy was already talking about Tyson Fury cheating months ago. But the floppy glove theory is just so ridiculous, they had to step away from that. Fuck, where's the fucking picture? I typed in Glovegate. Oh yeah, Glovegate 2.0. Hold on. People are laughing the floppy glove. Floppygate. I call it Floppygate. I don't know if they called it Floppygate, but I call it Floppygate. Where's the other picture? Oh, look at this. There's a video called... Okay, hold on. I got it. All right, let's look at these pictures, people. All right, let's see. Let's see what we got. The proof. This is the famous picture that's been circulating. You can see the fingers and everything. All right, so let's say that these are Fury's fingers. How come it's the only picture where you see this? Like all of a sudden, magically, some path appears during the fight and then disappears. Like it doesn't make sense. There should be way more pictures than just one. If you fought like that the whole fight, but this is the only picture that they show you. Where are the other pictures? Where are the other pictures? You just don't want to see the truth. Even if I showed you more pictures, you wouldn't believe me. This is what they would say. Because they're very stupid, man. Oh god, it's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I got more pictures here. Now this is what's his channel again? Blue Blood? BB? I don't know, he's showing this picture. I don't know if he's making a joke out of it. Because I don't see jack fucking shit. Like what's he like he just takes any picture, puts like a red circle around it, and an arrow. And we're supposed to go like, holy fuck. I guess we don't because we're smart, but on these channels, I mean, I don't know, their followers, they scare the shit out of me. What the fuck, man? They just see this shit and they go like, yep, I knew it. Tyson Fury cheated. There you go. What the fuck am I looking at? What is this? Is this what we've come to? Is this... I mean, like, I'm serious, man. If I don't know, man. Is this just in the US or something? Is this something that happens over there? Unbelievable. I'm gonna put it again. What the fuck is this? What is this? What am I looking at? I mean, this. It even looks like there's a bunch of padding over here. Anyways, where are the fingers? Where are the fingers? Guys, the phone lines are open. Call in, man. Numbers on your screen, on the left, on the top of your screen. Call in and let me know what the fuck am I looking at here. Now, I'm actually serious, man. This is... I don't know what the hell... All right, so I found this other picture right now. It's from a YouTube video, apparently. It's called Glovegate Debunked. And there's another glove here from another fight. And because I guess, you know, in one of the pictures, Fury's glove looked like this. And they claim that this means that he has no padding. But you can see this in many fights. So I guess everybody's like removing the padding from their gloves or something. But nobody gets caught. Yo, Brotherhood, now you're in the chat. What the fuck am I looking at here with this picture? What's wrong with this? And what are the fingers, though? Because all of a sudden we don't see the fingers anymore. It's only this picture. This is the one they use all the time. Phone lines are open, people. Call in, please. Please, man. I know you're very active in the comment section of these videos that we make, but when it comes to a live stream, it's only the Brotherhood who's there. It's only Brotherhood. South Croy says Wilder got a dent in his head. Where'd you get that information from? I don't know if you're joking now anymore. I guess a lot of people are trolling here. Where's the... We didn't even hear this after the fight. I mean, which would have... You know, they addressed the ear thing, right? Because Wilder was bleeding from the ear, and they say, no, he wasn't really bleeding from inside the ear. It was from the outside. They never mentioned a fucking dent on his cranium or anything like that. Unbelievable. Hey, here's an explanation, man, how fucking... why Wilder lost. He can't box. He finally stepped it up. How is that for an explanation? Is that too hard to believe? Oh, well, Tyson Fury, where did he get all this power from? He weighs in at 270 pounds. He took a different approach. He wasn't dancing around the ring like in the first fight. He actually went for the stoppage. And it's not like it's that difficult to find Deontay Wilder. I mean, you can hit the guy. Just watch the 12th round from the first fight. He had Wilder clinching. That's when I think Fury realized, listen, I should have just gone for the fucking knockout. But his stupid-ass fucking trainer, Ben Davison at the time, told him to just dance around and outbox him. And clown around. That's how he got caught, by clowning around. This time he didn't clown around and he went for the stoppage. Simple as that. Oh no, but Fury needs fucking iron rods on his gloves. Without the iron gloves, there's no way he can knock out our king. Like, are you fucking kidding me? 270 pounds against a guy who for that fight, for the rematch, Wilder put on like 20 pounds, I believe, 25. His leg still looks skinny as fuck. I mean, Fury still outweighed him by 40 pounds or something. So, come on. He can't stop Deontay Wilder. Now you really think that Deontay Wilder is some sort of god. I mean, forget about a king. He's a god. Unbelievable. You guys need to wake the fuck up, man. Everybody's laughing at you. Everybody. And you wonder why? You wonder why. You don't understand why people laugh at you. Or hate you. Unbelievable. Look at this shit. What am I looking at? This is from... Again, you just joined the show. This is from... What's Blue Blood, whatever, Blue Blood Boxing. Showing you these pictures. There's supposed to be something here, like some sort of clues. Look at this. I don't know what the hell I'm looking at. Isn't it scary that some people believe this shit? That they see these pictures, they go like, that's right, I knew it. Unbelievable. All right, we got a phone call. Let's take the phone call. Tired of talking to myself here. Well, I'm talking to you guys, man. 719, you're on the air.
Yeah, I'll tell you how Fury cheated.
Go ahead. Finally, after 50 shows,
He
you're going to tell
cheated.
us how. Go ahead.
He cheated by fighting 5 tomato cans in his return to boxing. That's how he cheated.
Are you serious?
Are you serious?
Is that what you're gonna? Is that what you're gonna call? You're gonna call in to talk about the gloves, or what are you gonna talk? What are you calling?
Why you want me to talk about the gloves? Last time I talked about the gloves, y'all hung up on me.
Nope. I think you started talking shit to Stu Little.
Yeah. Last time I talked about the gloves, Stu went on the fucking rant and had a bitch fit on the phone.
Well,
That's
he's
what I
not here
remember.
right now, so go ahead. Talk about the gloves.
I mean, about the gloves.
Yeah.
I mean, you admitted on the last show when I called in, you admitted yourself that you seen something weird with the gloves to the point it looked so weird you said it was photoshopped. So we'll
See,
just
I
leave
said
it
it
at
could have
that.
been photoshopped.
So you see something weird, I see something weird, we both see something weird.
Okay.
But we both can't confirm what we see. We
Okay.
just gotta make assumptions at that point.
Exactly. Assumptions at that point. You know, that's all. That's where you get stuck
Exactly. So
at. That's where you get stuck at.
You assume he didn't cheat. A lot of other people assume he did cheat. So
No, not a lot of
that is-
people.
it
Not
is
a,
what it is.
no, the LDBC is not a lot of people. Trust me. And by the way,
No,
I
it's more than
did you
just
see?
the LDBC that thinks he cheated.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't
only
know.
the LDBC.
The Canadian guy that made the original Glove Gate video was not an LDBC member. Steve Cunningham is not an LDBC member. Young
Yeah,
Pharaoh
Steve
is
Cunningham
not an
is like a
LDBC
black.
member.
What's that? What he's one of those
Plenty
black
of
Israelites or
people
something.
that
I don't
ain't
take
in
him
the
seriously. I don't
LDBC
take
that
him
think the
seriously.
same.
I really don't
So,
take him. But hold on.
for you to-
Dead
for
game.
you
Dead
to
game. I have a
try-
question for you. Did you see the picture that I posted from from Blue Boys? What's his Blue Blood? Blue Blood Boxing. Did you see that picture?
Yeah, Blue Blood is an LDBC member. That's
Okay. Do you see anything wrong with that picture that I posted? I reposted it right now. It's on the screen.
yeah. We both see something wrong with that picture. That's like the same picture you showed that you said you see something weird. You said
No. It's another
glove
picture.
had,
It's another
you
picture.
said the glove was warts.
All right. It's another picture.
You said it's another picture.
Yeah.
Oh, the one on the screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, them gloves look super worn out on the left picture. Like those don't look like a new pair of boxing gloves to me. But I don't know what they look like to you. I don't know about that picture on the right. I don't know what the fuck that is. But on the left, it looks like a worn out pair of boxing gloves for sure. What you think, Bucho?
I don't think so. They look like normal gloves to me.
You don't think those gloves look a little worn out, Bucho?
Nope.
You don't see all those fucking wrinkles up and down the sides of them?
I see wrinkles, yeah.
And I'm seeing things. Yeah, so you see exactly what I see. That's all I need to confirm.
All right. So you just look at some glove pictures and all of a sudden he's cheating, right? Because there's wrinkles on the glove and then this other
I
one
never
picture.
said he was cheating. Y'all want me to say he cheating so bad. I've only suspected him
So
of cheating.
you're
I never
backtracking.
call him a cheater. But even if you call him a cheater, that's okay because he cheated in the past. So it's
you're
not crazy
backtracking.
to suspect him of cheating right now.
So you're saying that Tyson Fury didn't cheat, right?
No, I'm saying I don't know if he cheated or not. But
Perfect.
we could both. But me
Perfect.
and you confirmed on the last show that we seen something weird with the gloves
Yeah.
in that first picture you showed.
Yeah, it looks weird. That's maybe because, when you take a
Exactly.
picture in slow motion, things look weird.
I mean, you can come up with like whatever excuse you want to make, but
That's right.
at the end of the day, it looks weird. But I didn't know you was a professional cameraman, and
So you're taking
all of this extra shit.
So it looks weird, and so you extrapolate, right? And so all of a sudden, well, then that means that he probably did cheat, right? And then how come there's only one picture? Hold on.
Do you give a cheater?
Well, I'll tell you what. How come there's only one picture that looks like this, and that's the best you can get?
I got a question for you. How come you giving a guy that cheated in the past the benefit of the doubt?
Because that's how it should be.
That's how it should be.
That's how it should be in a civilized society. It should work that way.
Did Jarrell Miller get the benefit of the doubt?
I don't know, and I don't care. I'm telling you right now, they should be getting the benefit of that. If he didn't, then he should have. If he should have,
you don't care about
he should have.
logic, Bucho.
He
You
should
don't
have.
care about logic. So
He should have.
Fury is a proven
You should
cheater
get
in
the benefit
past,
of the
so
doubt.
He deserves the benefit of the doubt.
Guilty
But
until
if we
proven.
talk about Jarrell Miller, he doesn't deserve it. What's wrong with that
Sorry,
picture?
innocent until proven guilty, and that's how it should work.
Innocent
Because
until
in the
proven-
United
Okay,
States, a
okay,
lot of people
Jarrell-
complain.
so
A lot of
do you
people in the
think
United
Jarrell
States
Miller's
complain
innocent?
that they get arrested for no reason. So
So you think Jarrell Miller is innocent? That's what you're telling me.
I don't
right now.
know. Didn't really look into it.
Exactly. You don't know. You don't know. So quit acting like you know when it comes to Fury cheating or not.
Hey, how come this is the only picture that surfaced? Where are the other ones?
That isn't the only picture, Bucho. You know this. You posted a whole different picture on your
No, I
last
didn't.
show that I called in.
No,
on.
they
So
look.
don't Stop
No,
playing.
they.
Yes, you did. The one
And
that
I
you
saw.
said
And you
out of
see
your own
fingers.
mouth looked wavy. You said it looked wavy on the top of it, and you said it was Photoshop, Bucho. Don't play with me.
Okay, I never saw other pictures. You told me to go to this channel called Champ Site, and I showed the pictures that he was showing, and they didn't look like this one. They didn't look like this one.
Oh. No, the main picture you showed on your last show that I called into,
It's the
we
same
both
one.
confirmed that it looked weird, and I'm not
This
going
is
to
the
keep
picture,
repeating
yeah.
myself because you know that's true.
There's no other
You
picture.
said
This
it
is
looked wavy. You said
this
it,
is the
it looked
reality.
warped.
This is the only picture that looks like this. Where you have like it looks wavy, whatever. You can see like maybe it looks like fingers. The effect makes it look like there's fingers. That's the only picture that's been circulated.
The effect.
And the reason why, listen, you know this, all right? You know that this is the picture that the LDBC keeps using. It's being recycled so many times. It even looks like shit now
Yeah,
because it's been passed around so much.
yeah, but the point is, it looked so weird to you that you thought the LDBC photoshopped it. And I'm pretty sure all the information for you to figure out that picture is not photoshopped is
Even
right there and available on YouTube. But you refuse to go look it up yourself
because there's only one
It
picture.
doesn't fit your narrative. It
don't-
doesn't fit your narrative, Bucho. That's why you don't want to look.
There's
it up.
only one picture. So it's hard for me to believe that this is real. Or even if it was real, that it means something. It could, like I said, it could have been in slow motion. I need more proof. That's what I'm basically trying to tell you. And there's not enough proof right now.
And,
all right?
And what I'm trying to tell you, yeah, it's not enough proof. So, like
No.
I said, personally, I don't know
One
if
picture.
he cheated or not. But you can't get mad at people for assuming he did cheat because he's been a cheater in the past, and that's confirmed.
All right. You
can't
can
give
assume all you
Fury
want.
the benefit of the doubt and give fighters like Jarrell Miller fucking flack, and they both been proven cheaters in the past. Like, you can't pick and choose who you want to give the benefit of the doubt.
The LDBC is saying that he
Had
cheated.
shit
They're not
happened in
claiming.
the past that proves they've been cheaters. Period.
The LDBC is saying that he cheated. They're not saying he could have cheated. They are convinced that he did. So there
But
you go.
like
A
that's what I'm
picture is
explaining
enough
to
for
you,
them. They don't need
Bucho.
evidence. They don't need evidence.
They're convinced because, look, they're convinced because he's done it in the past. The same way people are
No.
convinced that Jarrell Miller is fucking dirty right now because he's done it in the past. Bucho.
They're convinced because they can't accept the
tell
fact
me how
that
that
Tyson
doesn't make
Fury. They
sense to you?
cannot accept the fact that Tyson Fury defeated their king Deontay Wilder without cheating. I mean, but
Bro,
come
that's
on,
what I'm saying. You want to label them these fucking diehard Wilder fans just for thinking
Mm-hmm.
a cheater that somebody cheated, that somebody that cheated in the past would cheat again. You want to label everybody that thinks he's
No,
a cheater.
you know what they're
like today.
when they call somebody my
Wilder
king.
fan. That's not
when-
how it works, bro.
When they call
That's not-
somebody my king, that's a diehard fan, and
Who is
borderline
they,
homosexual.
bro? LDBC,
And borderline
LDBC
homosexual.
is more than
Listen,
just
we got
a
another
few
call. You can stay on the line if you want, because maybe they want to talk to you. So stay on the line if you want.
Don't run away.
No, I'm here.
Run away, Bucho.
I'm not running away. You're on the line still. 334. You're on the air. 334.
What's going on, man? This is Tony's Review. I'm calling in because the Brotherhood called me a fool in your chat, and I'm about to destroy this little glove myth right now. All right, so here's what I want you to do. We're using pictures, right? We can do this real simple, light, quick, in a hurry. Because we can say, right now, I can say, let's assume 100% Tyson Fury pulled all the pad out. He had zero padding in his glove, okay? Let's assume that. Now, here's what we're going to do. Look up Tyson Fury Sings American Pie. That's whenever he beat Deontay Wilder, you'll see him with his hand wraps on, no glove. There's one big issue. When you have hand wraps on, anybody who's fought knows it, you can't see knuckles through the galls. The galls are so thick you wouldn't be able to see your knuckles. They lay flat on top of your knuckles so you don't break them or damage them when you're punching. So even if all the padding was removed, it would not look like knuckles inside of the glove because of the gall wraps. Go ahead and show a picture of that. And we'll just kill it right now. That's a Photoshop picture.
I'm showing a picture right now. He's holding a microphone with his right hand.
Yep, look at his hands. Look at his hands. I got to walk back inside because I walked outside on the phone. Look at his hands. You're not going to see any knuckles. All you'll see is tape going in between the fingers. That gives an illusion of separation, but that's just tape going in between the fingers to hold the gall wraps down in between your fingers. How do I know this? Because I've fought before. Unlike all these people who are making these accusations, they never fought. They don't know. They've never had galls around their hands. You're not going to see any knuckles.
Perfect.
Because it's too thick on top. Done. Dead. Picture is fake.
Let me say this.
Flawless victory.
All right, dead game.
Now, number two.
Yeah.
Number two. Hold on. We're going to go deeper with this. So number two, with the camera cutting off, I didn't know what he was talking about, so I went to his channel. I wasn't going to call him out, but he called me a fool even though I had him on my channel. So now I've got to respond to him for calling me a fool when I asked him an honest question. He's using this. I didn't even know the camera cut out, but I watched this video. Here's a big issue with him making the claim that they did something while the camera went off. If you look at his own video on the Brotherhood's channel, it shows the fucking commission standing there in his damn red coat. This isn't the fucking English army. These aren't red coats from way back when. These are the commissions standing there. So even whenever the camera went off, the commission was watching Tyson Fury, which means he wouldn't have been able to cheat whether JD's was in there or not.
Perfect.
Well, now they're saying that the Las Vegas State Athletic Commission was in it. That's what they're claiming.
Oh, fucking hell. Yes, they were in it.
I mean, they have to say this now.
Everybody was.
Yeah, well, that's what yeah. So that's what they have to say. So
too, and the world is really flat. NASA's in on it too.
Yeah, absolutely.
Here's another thing. Let's use physics of foam, okay? Because this is what a lot of these dudes don't know. They keep saying horsehair, horsehair, horsehair. There's no such thing as a pure horsehair glove in boxing. Every horsehair glove nowadays is mixed with foam, period. You cannot get 100% horsehair glove. It is not approved. So every horsehair glove has foam in the mixture. With that being said, how does foam work? When you compress down on foam and you let it go, it rises back up. If his glove looked like a deflated basketball for that long, by physics, there's no way it could get puffy again because it would have rose back up. Therefore, the picture is fake.
There you have it.
I don't know what else I could say.
I mean, that's enough.
Done. I ran it. I killed it. I don't think there's any more that could be said about it. It's
yeah, but what about the picture? They're gonna go back to the picture. Brotherhood, what do you have to say about this?
I mean, he don't know what the fuck he talking about. It's simple as that. How is a picture photoshopped when the picture that they pulled from the internet was posted on the internet by the fucking the photographer from Las Vegas? His name is John Gerzinski, and it had his name. It had his name. Fucking what's the word? Watermark.
Watermark
on the same fucking pictures. And I linked Bucho to a video that shows you that it has watermark still on the same picture, and the glove looks exactly the same. So if somebody photoshopped the picture and you calling the picture fake, you talking about the Las Vegas photographer that photoshopped the picture, not the fucking LDBC. So you 100% wrong on that one. The picture is not fake. And it looks weird because it just does, not because the LDBC fucking photoshopped it. So get that shit out of here, bro. Second of all, we know boxing is a dirty game. Back in the day, everybody know the fucking mafia or whoever was involved with boxing. And what was the fucking commission when that shit was going on back in the day? So if it's some dirty shit going on in the present day, then what the fuck does the commission being in the room mean if they're still doing the same type of dirty shit they was doing back in the day? There was always a commission, as far as I know. So what your whole point about the commission being in the room means absolutely nothing if it's corruption in boxing and people are getting paid or whatever the fuck to look past or let certain shit be allowed for a certain fighter if they want that fighter to win that night. So all of your points are absolutely garbage, and you didn't prove anything, sir.
Okay, can you hear me? Am I muted?
No, go ahead.
Okay, so I just went. Okay, so check this out. This is what's so funny about him saying that website, right?
Tell me what I said that's not a fact.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Brotherhood.
I let you talk. That picture of the deflated glove, right, was never on John Guzinki's page. How do I know? Because I have it right here. It's Las Vegas photographer.photoShelter.com/Gallery-Verse-G02220-G-G-G-G-0-3PZ-M034Y. How do I know that website? Because whenever this thing first came out, a sub of mine linked me to it. I went there. That deflated glove was nowhere in his picture. I looked at every single picture he had for that fight, and that deflated glove that was shown was not even in there, not one place. So that right there. Number two, I never said the LDBC photoshopped the picture. You said that. I said the picture was fake. I said the picture was photoshopped. I never said who photoshopped it. I never placed blame on nobody. You said LDBC. You took it as I was saying the LDBC did it. I never said that. I don't know where the fuck they got it from. I'm talking to you and Bucho. So that applies to Bucho for sure. Number three. Still ignored the fact that even with the gloves off in his gall wraps, you cannot see his knuckles.
Yeah, listen, Brotherhood, you have to admit, it's the only picture that looks like that. And did you see it in the website, Brotherhood? Like Tony did?
Yes, I just go to Champ Size Boxing.
No.
His boxing channel.
Okay.
And you can see the motherfucking watermark and the same. Don't cut me off. I ain't cut you off. Go to Champ Size page, and you can see the fucking picture still with the watermark on them, and the watermark says John Gurzinski, and they were on the fucking website before they made the pictures private and put access denied on the fucking page. And it just happened to be after people exposed whatever was going on in that picture, and people were saying the shit looked weird. And about the gall wraps, I don't fucking know about all that shit, bro. I don't know if you can see knuckles. I'm supposed to take your word for if you can see knuckles through a fucking glove with no padding. I'm supposed to take your word for it because you said you were a former boxer, bro. Like, you just told me, bro, at the end of the
All right, are you done?
Brotherhood.
Yeah, go ahead.
Listen to what I'm telling you, Brotherhood. I just gave you the website that the pictures came from. What I'm trying
Bro, I'm not trying to hear that shit, bro. You don't know what the fuck you talking about.
You
don't know what the fuck you
Brotherhood, come on.
Bro.
Oh
Brotherhood.
my God, will you just fucking listen? Champ Side is not where that picture came from.
I seen this shit myself, my nigga.
Let him talk. Let him talk. Let him talk. Come on, man. Brotherhood, let him talk.
On the main person's website, it did not exist there. I went there before it was access denied. It was not in there. He had like 34 pictures of the fight. At the top was showing the fight. In the middle was after the fight. And at the bottom was part of the fight. That's how it was separated when you opened it up. He had other pictures in there that didn't even pertain to boxing. When you went there, That's how it looked. And that glove was not anywhere in his archive of pictures. I don't know where that picture came from, but it did come from him.
Right, but
Number
right.
two,
Well, explain why.
two,
Explain.
What I'm
Go
telling you,
ahead, bro.
brotherhood is. Number two, what I'm trying to tell you, dude, you don't have to take my word for it. You can Google right now, Tyson Fury sings American Pie. You can look at his fucking hand after the second fight and just gall wrap. After he took the glove off, and you cannot see his knuckles, which means if you can't see his knuckles without gloves, with gloves off, if you can't see his knuckles, then you're not going to see his knuckles with gloves on.
But you the same person that's sitting here saying the picture is photo. You sitting here saying the shit is photoshopped, bro. So you obviously see something weird with the glove, right?
This is your best argument?
Glove, I see something
You're
weird.
saying whatever is weird in that picture has been photoshopped. That's what you're saying, right?
What I'm saying is, from all the evidence I've seen, from going to the guy's website before he did.
Yes or no, bro? Yes or no? Yes or no, man? Is the shit photoshopped in your opinion or not?
He said yes.
Yes, I believe it's
okay, then. End of story. End of story. That's all I needed you to say. Now, if I seen the fucking pictures myself, you could go to, like I said, go to Champside. You see the same picture. What are you saying? You saying Champside made a whole new fucking website that's the same exact website that the picture came from? Is that what you saying? You saying that Champside put a motherfucking watermark on the photo that says John Gerzinski?
Why not? Why not? Why not?
He went to those.
Is that impossible? Brotherhood.
I just think you don't know what the fuck you talking about.
Brotherhood.
The pictures don't fit y'all narrative.
Oh my God.
Brotherhood. The pictures are real, bro.
Brotherhood. All right. Brotherhood. Can I
finish? Let me fucking finish, bro.
You're talking nonstop, man. You're nonstop. You gotta let us talk as well. Listen, Brotherhood. You're saying that putting on
let you talk as well.
You think that putting on a watermark is impossible when you believe that the Las Vegas State Athletic Commission turned a blind eye. So that's possible, but putting a goddamn watermark on a picture is that's not possible.
Bro, if everybody except BD Bucho and fucking Tony went on the website themselves and seen it themselves before they made it private, and I seen it myself, bro, why the fuck am I gonna believe somebody made up a fake watermark and fucking put it on there to make it seem like the photographer is just making people making up shit about the photographer putting those photos up? I seen them my fucking self, so it's nothing you can tell me that's gonna make me think the photo was fake. That's my point, bro. And there's more than one YouTuber that still has these photos with
there's only one picture,
them, bro. And
there's only one.
They even have the website
there's only
inside of the fucking screenshot,
picture,
bro. So you can see that it comes from the Las Vegas photography website. So I'm not trying to hear all that fake shit y'all kicking, man.
No, you don't want to.
Get the fuck over it. This shit ain't fake, bro. Now, just move on from there. And if you think it's fake, you need to start doing some more research. It's simple as that. There ain't nothing you can tell me to make me think otherwise.
Again, what I want to say is Champsite is not the website it came from. Whoever Champsite is, he took the pictures supposedly from whatever website. That's how he got them. I went to the website where the picture supposedly came from. That picture of the deflated glove was not there. I have a fucking whole conversation inside of a thread on one of my videos with the dude who sent me there, and I'm like, bruh, the picture don't even exist. He showed me a picture of what looked like wrinkles on leather, but it was not the deflated glove picture. That is the only picture we are talking about. I don't care about the other pictures that were there where the glove looked like it had wrinkles in it. What I'm talking about is the one that looked like a deflated basketball or football, any type of deflated ball. That picture did not exist on his website. It was not there. But
if you ain't talking about the picture, if you ain't talking about the pictures that said, that look like they have like waves on it or they look like they warped, and that's the picture I'm talking about, then what's the fucking point you trying to make? Because as far as I know, all them pictures came off of that website. And like I said, it's plenty of evidence of that on YouTube already. So if you just looking past it and not trying to search it up and find out that those photos in fact did come from that website, and you trying to sit here and act like that photographer didn't upload the shit, bro, you just pretty much lying to yourself. Like, I don't know what point you trying to make.
The point
I don't know what other photo you talking about either, because we started this talking about the same picture that me and Bucho confirmed to look fucking weird. What other picture would I be talking about, bro?
I'm talking, okay, do this. BDA, Bucho, do this. I'm going to walk back inside. On your screen, put the picture up of the deflated glove, because that's what I'm talking about right now. That picture did not come from that man's website. I'm walking to my screen to see what's being shown. So, the one right here that's on the screen right now to the left that says Knuckles, that he's moving over Knuckles, that picture right there did not exist on that man's website.
Yes,
the other two in the background, the other two in the background were there. That picture was nowhere on his website. Nowhere.
Oh, yes, it was. Oh, yes. This is my last time saying it. Yes, it was, bro. Do your research, because you don't know what the fuck you're talking about. It's my last time saying it. Do your research, bro. Do your research, bro. That's all I can say to you at this point, because you sitting here saying it like you know what you're talking about.
Brotherhood.
I swear to God, you don't.
Brotherhood, did you go to the website? Brotherhood, did you go to the website?
Y'all playing dumb. That's what it sounds like.
Did you go to the website?
Y'all playing dumb, bro.
On my
all right.
video. The receipt is on my video, Brotherhood.
Bro, that's good for you.
What, 2 or 3 days ago, way before the site was ever shut down, you can fucking read the thread where I'm posting pictures and links back to the dude, back and forth with him, looking at the pictures he was talking about. That picture right there did not exist on his website. I actually went there.
Bro.
Did you go there? I don't know. I don't know.
You can play dumb all you want or do whatever or believe what you want, bro.
I'm telling you that picture.
All right, bro. I heard what you said 5 times. You said it wasn't on the website. I'm saying it is. End of story, bro. But I mean, everybody, I got the pictures on my motherfucking computer right now, but you telling me they don't exist on that website. But all right.
Oh my God. So again,
I'm done with it, bro. I'm done talking about the same shit. You believe what you want to believe.
Okay, fuck the glove. Why is it that you cannot see Tyson Fury's knuckles when he has the glove off and he just has on gall wrap? Why can you not see his knuckles big?
Yeah.
You tell me, man. You tell me. Since you're the expert.
Because you're telling me you can see his knuckles through the glove. So when he
I didn't say I could see his knuckles through the glove, sir. I didn't say anything like that.
You're not saying anything.
I said the shit look weird. Simple as that. I said the shit look weird. Now y'all want to put these other words in my mouth because
you're playing it safe.
Y'all think I'm
dead game. You're playing it safe. The dead game. Brotherhood.
All I said was it look weird, sir.
Brotherhood. You're just playing it safe.
Not answering what I'm asking you. I'm asking you. When Tyson Fury had his fucking glove off and all you saw was his hand and his gall wrap, why is it that you could not see his knuckles? There is no glove.
Come on, answer the question.
That question, I don't get it, bro. I don't get it. If you don't know if you're saying his gloves are not his knuckles are not in the fucking wrap.
Explain what I'm trying to tell him, please, because obviously I'm not doing a good job.
How come? And this is what I asked you before, Brotherhood. How come it's the only picture where you see, like, supposedly the knuckles looking like that? There's no other picture that looks like that.
I can't tell you, bro. I didn't take the picture.
Is that weird? Is that weird for you? Look, Brotherhood, another question. Is that weird that this is the only picture that looks like that? I'm asking you, though. I'm asking you, Brotherhood. I'm asking you. Is that weird for you? What do you think about this?
Is it weird?
Yeah.
Is it
strange
weird that I don't see it in the other photos? I mean, I said the photos that you even showed me, the gloves look worn out as fuck, bro.
But that's not the same, though. They don't look the same.
Look weird to me.
They don't look the same, though.
I'm not making no other assumptions.
But they don't look deflated. Do they? Do they look deflated to you?
Worn out and foam missing is 2 different things.
Exactly.
There's 2 different topics. There's 2 different subjects. You
Brotherhood, are you there?
Something looks worn out and then say it looks like there's foam missing. It's either it looks worn out or it's either there's foam missing. Which is it?
Yeah, exactly.
Wait, how am I going to explain some shit that I ain't got nothing to do with, bro? Like, all I can say is the shit look weird, just like
God.
you said fucking 2 days ago, Bucho. You said it yourself. The shit look weird. I'm not making any other assumptions.
All right, looks
But I'm
weird.
not counting it out that he could have been cheating either, because I ain't fucking stupid enough to think a person that cheated once ain't gonna do it again, bro.
So you okay,
That's the
brotherhood.
main
So
point
it's
here.
brotherhood. Are you saying that you don't have enough evidence to make to reach a conclusion that he cheated? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, yeah. I'm not.
Okay.
I'm not the one sitting here making those assumptions and saying he fucking cheated. I never did.
Okay.
We had a debate. Me and
Cool.
what's his name on your show? What's his name?
Recognize?
I forgot his name, but Recognize, that's his name. We already had a debate, and like I said over and over, I'm not saying he cheated. I said it's not crazy to suspect him of cheating based on his past. So y'all want me to explain some shit that I can't explain, but I'm not even the one sitting here making the claims that y'all think I'm making. Y'all got me mixed up with the fucking LDBC or whatever. That's the problem here.
That's true. Because you claim that you don't have enough evidence to reach a conclusion, right? That Tyson Fury cheated. So you don't have enough evidence. I understand your position. You do not have enough evidence. Perfect. That's all I wanted to hear, man.
Yeah, and all I want to hear from you is you see some shit that look weird. So the point where both of
in
y'all
one picture.
think the shit is Photoshop. So obviously something look weird. So it works both ways.
No, hold on. No. I'm saying that deflated glove picture that was not on that man's website looks Photoshop. Some other pictures where you see wrinkles and it looks like it's kind of like bent. No, listen. The other pictures where you see it looks kind of bent at the top, kind of like a crescent moon shape. I'm not saying those are Photoshop. I saw those pictures on that man's website. The only picture I did not see was that deflated glove where you could see fingers and knuckles, which you wouldn't even be able to see knuckles even if there was no padding. That was my point. Even if there's no padding, you won't see his knuckles because when he takes the glove off, you can't see his knuckles with his hand wraps, with the gall wraps around his head. If you can't see his knuckles with the gall wraps on and no gloves, then you're not going to see it with gloves on, whether they're filled or empty. It's not going to matter because you couldn't see his knuckles to begin with. They're not going to magically appear.
So tell me this: if you know for a fact that if you knew for a fact that they did come off of his website, then would you know that they weren't Photoshopped then, and would you think they look weird also?
If I would have saw the deflated glove picture on that guy's website, then I would not be saying that, oh, I believe it is Photoshop. But because I went through every single picture he had of that fight and that picture did not exist, I can make the statement that I believe it is Photoshop because it was not on his page. What was on his page was other ones that you could see where, like I said, it almost looks like the top of the glove has a little bit of a bend in the middle to it. You could see wrinkle on the back of the glove, on the top of the glove. You could see wrinkles in the leather. Those are real pictures from his website. The deflated glove was nowhere to be found.
Okay, but my point was, like I said, if you knew that those pictures came from his website, you would simply just have to say, okay, it looks weird, right?
When I went on, so as far as the gloves go, if you were talking about the gloves that the pictures that I believe are real, here's the problem that I have with saying it looks weird. When you're
dancing right now, bro. It was a simple question.
No, listen to what I'm telling you, because you're not going to accept this, but this is a very valid point that I already know when I say it, you're not going to accept, but it's true, because you can find a lot of anomalies with other fights if you look at the pictures of them. Here's the problem that you have. When you're in a boxing ring and you're up on stage, so to say, the arena is dark. The only place that's lit up is the ring, and you have several lights overhead, which means you have several angles of light hitting you, which means that there's going to be a whole bunch of shadow effects on things that may make things look a little weird. So it's very hard to say under that circumstance whether the gloves were bent or it's just the angle of the light hitting it, because it's going to fool your eye into an optical illusion to make it look like something is not. What I can tell you is at no point in time when he finished the fight was the glove deflated. It was perfectly round, full, no issue. So what I can tell you is... So
just like Bucho, you got an explanation.
No,
you got
I'm not
another
saying
explanation
that,
every time. So
Listen to
you
what
got
I'm saying,
another
brother.
explanation for why the shit look weird. Anytime
I'm
your
not giving
other,
you. I'm telling you facts of lighting. That is a fact. That if you have enough light surrounding anything, you can get weird effects because of all the different sources of how the shadows are hitting, the light is hitting from different angles. It's like a prime example is you can have a guy, right, who's chubby in real life. He only got like a little bit of abs showing, and you can the light to get a shadow effect and make a motherfucker look ripped who's not even ripped. You can play with light to get a different effect.
Oh, no.
What I'm trying to
No,
tell
I
you
understand, bro. I understand, bro.
But
So
here's the
when
thing,
you
brother,
do find out those
this.
pictures, well, let me say this. When you do find out those pictures, in fact, came from the website, your next excuse is going to be that the lighting was reflecting on Fury's glove, and that's why it looked weird. I understand, bro.
When that happens, if
you say is going
that
to basically
happens.
be defending Fury and a fucking cheater, somebody that cheated in the past. Basically, anything you say is just going to be another excuse.
What I'm telling you, brother,
I understand,
all
bro.
those pictures I have seen have come from that man's website. Every picture I had seen but one was on that man's website. The only picture I did not see on his website was the deflated glove. There's no getting around that.
I understood you the first 10 times, bro.
Right, but you obviously don't because you keep saying if I find out it came from his page. I was on his page. I know it wasn't there, so there's no way for me to find out.
I understand that part too, bro, but I'm not going to change what I know just because you told me what you think. So
but anyways,
like I said,
at the end of the day,
discussion, bro. You're not about to convince me. Just
at the end of the day, you don't have enough evidence anyways.
Bro. I'm tired of hearing the same shit over and over.
All right, so at the end of the day, you don't have enough evidence. So, I mean, there's a reason for that. The fuck is that sound? All right. I guess we're gonna move on. But we have another phone call.
Yeah,
Let's see who it is.
Move on for sure. It's getting repetitive.
Yep. 561. You're on the air. 561.
Hello?
Yeah, you're on the air.
What's up? How y'all doing today, man?
Hey, man, we can barely hear you. Yo, you sound robotic, like a robot. So call back again.
Hello? Hello?
Yeah. Yeah, you sound like shit. Yeah. Sorry, man. Call back again. All right. All right. Well, I don't know where we go from here. Because Brotherhood is the only one that defends this bullshit. And even he says that he doesn't have enough evidence. So I don't know where we go from here. Where
I'll
all the
tell you where to go from here. How about I send both of y'all the pictures that came from the website, and I can confirm that they did, and then y'all tell me what y'all next excuse is after that. When it comes to y'all thinking it's Photoshop.
Sounds good.
How about that?
Sounds perfect. I'll put the Discord link. You can send us the pictures there. And let me. All right. Well, send us the pictures.
Cause I'm just telling y'all seem to be the only two people in the world that can't figure out those pictures came from that Las Vegas website, the same fucking website. That picture that you just had on the screen, yes, it did. But since y'all non-believers or whatever is going on, we gonna send them to y'all, and y'all gonna see for yourself. So
Brotherhood, that's the only picture you have. Isn't that strange?
Bro, I mean, if that's the one that look weird, bro, that's what we talking about.
Okay. We got another phone call. I don't know where you're calling from. Caller 14.
To say y'all, it looked photoshopped to y'all, so
it looks weird.
I don't see how it's crazy for it to look weird enough for the LDBC to say something was wrong with the glove.
You only have one picture. It's kind of weird.
At the end of the day,
strange.
Me, you, and the LDBC think this shit look weird.
All right.
All the assumptions after that, I don't got nothing to do with it.
All right. 14478. You're on the air. I don't know where you're calling from.
Hey, Bucho, man. How you doing, dude?
Hey, what's up?
Hey, man. Yeah, I'll be honest. This is starting to get boring now real quick. You think, does it make, listen, let's be honest, it's fair to say nobody is ever going to come to any sort of conclusion, right? No decisions are going to be overturned. No, nothing. You can cry and bitch and moan, whatever you want. Anybody can do what they want in terms of the past. It's not going to change nothing. All anybody can do is just look to the future. Now, let's be honest. If people want to, talk about the glove, cool. And I'm sure it was last time with BDA when he was flicking through pictures, you saw a picture of Wilder had a glove where it looked indented or had wrinkles as well. At the end of the day, nothing's going to change. It's one picture of one glove. It's not consistent throughout everything that, the Nevada Commission is going to start interrogating that whole thing. Wilder's man, I can't remember his name now. Yeah, he's there. That's the picture, yes. What we're going to say, that Wilder borrowed his mum's iron and put it in the glove? Come on now. It's not going to make a difference at the end of the day. You had Wilder's, I can't remember that white guy's name, the black shirt, watching Wilder, watching Fury put his hand in the glove, wrapping it up. Now, what's the LDBC going to say next? That the white guy was suddenly on Fury's side and he was brought off. At the end of the day, it's not going to make a difference. Nothing's going to change. It's no point crying over spilt milk. People might as well now look forward to the December match, because at the end of the day, if that's what you're going to, people keep moaning and bitching about, it's just wasting everybody's time and he's going round and round in circles.
Good point. We gotta wait for the third fight. Wait for what? But yeah, I don't know what Brotherhood. What's the next excuse?
For at least that way, have Wilder's man inspect the glove. Have Wilder's man inspect every single thing. So then at least that way there's no excuses, and simple as that. That has got to be done now.
Yeah, good point.
You know what my biggest problem with all this is?
What?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I didn't know if I was in the background. My biggest problem with all this is this. If this is true, let's play devil's advocate, right, and say Tyson Fury, everything they said he did. There was no padding. He had an egg weight inside of his glove, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. Do you honestly think there's any way in hell Deontay Wilder, Sprinkle and his team, Al Heyman would allow a third fucking fight if they really believe that?
Perfect.
Yeah. What about that, Brotherhood?
I mean, he's a warrior. He wasn't even about to quit in there when he was in there and got stopped. So why would you expect him to not want a third fight with somebody he fought twice already?
He's cheating, though.
Brotherhood, I got a question. Could you tell me about that golden glove that Fury Wilder's got on? Can you tell me what's wrong with that then?
You talking to me?
Yes, please, Brotherhood. The picture that Bucho had with the Wilder's glove that's golden, that it looks indented. So what do you have to say about that then?
I can't barely hear this dude.
Yeah, there's a picture that I'm posting right now.
Bucho.
Yeah. Tony, go ahead.
Somebody say what he said if y'all heard him.
Yeah, there's a picture of Wilder. Go ahead, Tony.
Oh, my bad. I wasn't trying to take over your show. I was just saying that he said Bucho put up a picture of Deontay Wilder throwing it looks like an uppercut with a gold glove on, and the glove appears to be dented in. What is your response to that picture?
Oh, yeah, that picture was photoshopped for sure.
Excellent.
I have to do Eddie Murphy laugh now.
Hey,
all right.
To the English dude in the background, can I say the same thing I said earlier? If you look at that picture, right? Now it could have been Photoshop, but it might be a real picture. If you really look at the picture, look at how the light is swirling around, and where you see the bend is almost like a shadow effect right there. That's what I'm saying. Like, different angles of lighting can cause an illusion to make something look like what it's not really. It's just anomalies that happen. Like, there's nothing wrong with Deontay Wilder's glove, but in that picture, it looks like you see his fist and the glove is like bent in half in the middle. But I don't believe that's the case. I think it's just the shadow effect.
Yeah. Or even as Stu said last time, that potentially if you make contact with the glove and the indentation upon making impact, if you take a picture a millisecond later, that could be that impact is still showing in the glove, and a second or two later, the glove reverts back to normal shape.
Totally true,
So
Kenshiro.
that's what you
Totally
saying
true.
happened to Wilder's
I
glove? Because I actually know for a fact that picture was photoshopped. This ain't one we talking about that got watermarked from the damn photographer in Las Vegas on it and shit like that. That we ain't talking about this type of shit. We talking about some shit that Fury fans made to make fun of people that actually look into Glovegate. And it was actually Photoshopped because I have the original picture saved on my phone for that picture you talking about. So,
well, you know what my problem with that picture is with the messed up? There was a guy on Twitter who put up the video of when that picture was taken, and you can watch the video side by side with the picture, and a picture of what looked like that picture was photoshopped off of, and at no point in time do you see the glove do what it did in the deflated picture.
Good point. Gotta look at the video as well.
But again, I have to come back to this. This is the main point that makes the whole argument fall apart. If you cannot see Tyson Fury's knuckles in the gall wrap, then you're not going to see them in a glove, whether the glove has padding or no padding. If you can't see his knuckles before he puts his hand in the glove, they don't magically appear inside of the glove. There is no debate past that.
So would you say the same about that photoshopped ass Wilder picture?
Did you hear what I said about the Wilder picture?
You said something.
The light?
I think you went to your next excuse about the lighting.
It's an explanation.
No, it's not an excuse. It is an explanation. I said, if that picture was not photoshopped, I said, if it was not, because I don't know where it comes from. I said, if you look at how the shadow effect is on Wilder's glove, it's swirling with light going around it. In the middle where it's dented, it's got a dark shadow effect, which could give the appearance of it being dented, even though it really was not. I said, I do not believe Wilder had padding removed. That is exactly what I said verbatim.
Well, I can add that to my email too if you want, man. I got the picture of the Photoshop Wilder shit, and I got the original.
Hey,
and I got the original photos of the Fury weird looking shit.
Brotherhood, can you post them on your channel?
Website, so
Brotherhood,
I mean, we can nip that in the bud too.
Brotherhood, can you post those pictures on your channel? Make a video with the pictures. Perfect. Go ahead, Kenshiro.
Now, I'll also say that if, let's say, if people are saying it's not Photoshop, the other aspect they might say, as recognized, saying that people are trying to say that it was not the glove with the padding removed. Well, do you remember when a boxer, I think his correct full name was Louis Resto, when he fought a guy from Ireland or somebody from England or Britain, and he removed all the padding and he smashed the guy's face to pieces. And obviously at the end, the padding, when they went to shake his hand, they found it had no padding. Well, the amount of punches Wilder took, I think he would have got a lot more damage significant, considering Fury's nearly 300 pounds. He didn't look completely that smashed up to pieces like he'd just been run over by a car, isn't it, as well?
Good point.
Yeah, it was Billy Collins Jr., the guy that got hit in the face. Billy Collins Jr., he ended up killing himself. Yeah, that's the one, yeah. Which, that fight that you just brought up is the main reason what started such rigorous inspection of gloves.
Yes. Yes.
But that didn't happen on February the 22nd.
Exactly.
Exactly. All right. I don't know if you guys want to stay on the line.
I'm going to be 100% honest.
Yeah.
If it is proven that Fury did indeed cheat the way that they're saying he cheated, then he deserves to be in jail, especially if he got some type of metal object inside of that glove. He deserves to be banned for life from boxing and in jail. And the fact of the matter is he has not been banned. He has not been suspended. He has not been taken to court. There's no legal case. And there's a third fight on the way only proves to me that it's all bullshit.
Hey, let me ask the caller a question.
Yep.
If Fury had a positive test come back like in 2020, would you give him the benefit of the doubt?
But is anything beyond reasonable doubt that he did cheat this time?
No, I'm asking, bro. It's a simple question. If Fury came back with a positive drug test in 2020, would you give him the benefit of the doubt, knowing that he already tested positive in the past?
If we're talking about drug testing failing like Gerald Miller, I would say no, you can't give him the benefit of the doubt. But we're talking about a completely different aspect, aren't we?
You said you
Because
would?
wasn't well, if end of the day, if we're not talking like you're talking drug test, further drug test the first time, is that what you're saying, yeah?
I can't barely hear you, man.
They can't hear you. I don't know why,
Are
man.
you saying he failed the drug test the first time?
I can hear him.
Like, tell me what he's saying. What, is you saying yes, you would give him the benefit of the doubt, or you wouldn't?
I'd give him the benefit of the doubt. I
would,
think he's
because
saying
at
the
the end
thing.
of the day, I would, because the glove is a totally different aspect to the drugs aspect.
He said
Has
he
nothing
would
to do
because
with that,
You're not answering
man.
my question. You're not answering my question, bro.
I just did. I said I would.
Oh, you would. You would because the glove is a different aspect.
Yeah,
But
exactly.
Meanwhile, some people call drug testing. I mean, if you putting steroids in your system, what do people call that, bro? If you put steroids in your system, what do people call it, bro? It starts with a C. It rhymes with beating. Yeah, cheating. That's what they call it, cheating, bro.
Jesus.
And that would be the same thing. Tampering with your gloves is called cheating, bro. So you would give somebody that's known for cheating in the past the benefit of the doubt on the drug test. That explains it all for me, bro. Thanks for your time.
No. But the drug was proved, correct? Was the drug proved that he cheated?
No, it's not. No, it's not proof that he cheated. Never said it, and I won't until more facts come out.
All
But
right.
I ain't giving him the benefit of the doubt. That's the difference between me and you.
Well, at the end of the day, it's not like he cheated like Gerald Miller. Now, that's a different story entirely, isn't it?
What?
It's not like he cheated like Baby
It's not
Miller.
exactly the same.
Big Baby Miller. How was that different? How was that different from giving Fury the benefit of the doubt when they both tested positive in pro boxing? What's the difference?
What did Fury get tested for again? Positive?
Nandrolone.
Right, and what did Miller get tested for positive the first time?
Everything.
Right. One time was cocaine and one time was nandrolone. And I wouldn't be surprised if the cocaine was a cover-up for a steroid that time around. And then you got the whole wild boar meat conversation. You know, with the farmer Carefoot or whatever the fuck his name is. So you giving that person the benefit of the doubt just tells me that I can't take any of your opinions serious when it comes to Glovegate, bro.
Hey, brother.
But when you can't prove, but when you cannot prove beyond all reasonable doubt, so how do you expect me to take you seriously?
You said when I can't prove it, I'm not making any claims. So it's nothing you could take serious. All I'm saying is the shit look weird. So
and
that's all you can say.
It looks weird.
That's all you can say.
Everybody on this line said it looked weird to the point that they think it's Photoshop. So I don't know what point you making, sir.
That's where you get stuck. You can't go any further after that. You can only claim that it looks
Bucho,
weird.
Let me say this.
Yeah, go ahead, Tony.
Hey, Bucho, I'm going to address his question directly that he had for that guy. So he said, would you give Gerald Miller the benefit of the doubt? It's so
no, I said Tyson Fury. I said Tyson Fury.
No. But you compared him to Gerald Miller. You asked him, is he giving Gerald Miller the benefit of the doubt, being that he just popped hot for GW 15-16, right? That's what you were asking him. Would he give Gerald Miller the benefit of the doubt this time he got caught, even though it hasn't come out yet, like since he got caught the first time, correct?
No, I didn't ask him that question. I asked Bucho that question earlier. We said something about it earlier, but that's not what I asked him.
Thing, because you're trying to use that against them, that they wouldn't give Miller the benefit of the doubt. But it's funny that you said that, because I made a video a few days ago where in my whole video, I talk about what Sarah was saying. At the end of my video, I say, but every man deserves the benefit of the doubt until he's proven guilty. So right now, until I find out if it was because Gerald Miller kept saying, oh, it was something accidentally ingested, if he can prove that, then I give him the benefit of the doubt until it comes out that he could not prove that. So I've already given him the benefit of the doubt. If he fails, I believe he should be banned for life. I don't believe he should get another chance. This is the third time he's failed. Once in kickboxing, once in boxing, and this is the second time in boxing. I think he should be gone for life if he cannot prove his innocence. But until It comes out that he's guilty or innocent. I give him the benefit of the doubt. The problem is with Fury, people keep trying to deem him as guilty when they have no facts to back what they're trying to say. They have, oh, these pictures look weird. Oh, it's hearsay that this happened. Oh, there was water spiked. There was this, there was that. If Deontay water was spiked, there'd be a toxicology report. It would show up. So everything that they said that they had proof for, they've never shown the proof. So off that alone, yes, I give Tyson Fury the benefit of the doubt because there's no proof to deem him guilty.
Fatality.
Okay, that's good for you, Tony, because the masses aren't giving Jarrell Miller the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's deeming him a dirty fighter, period, and saying he should be banned. I'm pretty sure you know, if you on social media or on YouTube, that nobody is giving him the benefit of the doubt. But cheating is cheating in my eyes. And if you can identify something that's weird going on, then how can you give the same person the benefit of the doubt if you can identify, that something looks weird? Because you basically got the same amount of information that you got for Jarrell Miller when it comes to Fury and the glove gate. Not much. You don't have much information on it.
But that's exactly why I'm telling you I give them both the benefit of the doubt until they're proven guilty.
Yeah, but I'm talking about the masses, not you. I'm just talking in general. Because most people are giving Fury the benefit of the doubt too.
All right, guys. We have a lot of phone calls, and I want to give everybody a chance. So if you guys want to drop off, that's fine. If you want to stay on, then stay on. 561, you're on the air. 561.
No. Thank.
Hello, you hear me?
Yes. Go ahead. You're on the air.
What's up? How y'all doing today, man? This channel, this shit is fucking awesome. Just say that right quick. But I'm gonna keep it 100. I'm a Deontay Wilder fan, but I can admit that February he got whooped.
I'll catch you that boot.
He walked down on him. He beat him. He beat him. But we really can't act like something weird now is going on, like for real. Fury, this not Fury's first time getting this. Everybody looking at him like, hey, this shit funny. He was already that type of guy. But he beat Deontay. He did. But you guys can't really tell me something not weird about this glove. Why is there so many situations with his gloves? I'm not saying he did do it or he didn't do it. I'm just saying, come on.
Because you guys created the situation.
On the website, it was on the website. They just took, why you think they took all the pictures off? Because that one picture had it. Brotherhood is not lying, guys.
Okay.
You guys spread the rumors. You guys created the situation.
Look, I'm not on anybody's side, man. I just want boxing to be clean because I love boxing, period. I'm not saying Fury did it. I'm just saying something funny going. Can y'all say nothing going on though? That's my question. It's everything going. His gloves, it wasn't tempered. It don't look tempered.
No, it doesn't.
Why is there so many stories about this with Fury? This is confusing, y'all. And this one of the channels be biased for Fury. I understand y'all Fury fans, but come on, like something going on with Fury. And look, I promise you, the third fight is gonna look so different. Remember how the third fight he was doing all that herky jerky? Yeah, it's gonna come back. All that walking Deontay down. He is not finna walk Deontay down like that.
Well, we'll talk about the third fight.
Hit him hard enough to be knocking him down like that.
All right.
Something is up with that man glove.
Okay, what makes you believe that there's something weird? Like, which picture are you looking at?
You said what picture?
Yeah, which picture?
Well, to be honest, it's multiple pictures. It's multiple pictures of seeing his shit looking floppy, punched in. Look, why do we see those things? If it's nothing going on with Fury, we shouldn't see no type of thing. So they just photoshopping all these pictures.
Well, there's only one picture.
Because it's
right. Wait. Like, can I add to his point real quick?
It's starting to be too much evidence, guys. And you guys just disagree. Like,
I don't think it's evidence.
Biased. Damn.
All right. Brotherhood wants to say something. Brotherhood.
This point real quick.
Yeah.
Look, I just want to say, everybody on this panel right now, can we admit that the fucking camera getting covered up in the locker room was weird too? It ain't all just about pictures.
Let's talk
like
about
that shit.
Man.
All right. Let's point by point. Man. All right. Let's address every single point. Now that camera thing, on BT Sports, it never cut off. That's what I heard from people from the UK, or I don't know where they were watching it on BT Sports.
Well, down here in America, when I was watching that fight live, that in that room, it cut off, my man. They cut it off. When I was in the bar watching it, all the TVs cut off on us when it was on Fury. When it was Fury turn to look at his locker room, they cut it off. They did.
Okay,
on,
I saw that too.
Y'all, let's stop. Look. Tyson Fury, he's great. He's the Gypsy King. But let's not act like this dude do funny shit, man. This dude is funny. His gloves funny. There's too many situations with his gloves, y'all. Look, I don't want this to be true. I really don't, because I don't want to take away from his win. But I don't know, man. That nigga, this shit really is too much evidence, y'all. And then look, don't ask us to, how did he hide? We're not detectives. We just know some shit funny going on. So stop asking us, how did he do it? We don't know how he
No, but it's important because
we know it was tampered. We know that. It was tampered. And them pictures off that site, that was not Photoshop. Tell me, why did they delete all the pictures then? Why is it private now? Y'all tell me that.
I don't know. Are they private?
Yeah, they are. That's what I was trying to tell y'all. The picture that Tony's saying ain't on the website.
Yeah, but here's
that shit was on the website, and like I said, I got proof. I can email it to
make a video, brotherhood.
And the shit is all of a sudden went private a few days after people exposed it.
Make a video about it. All right, make a video about it.
I want to say I really love this channel though, just to tell y'all that I really do. I love.
All right, thank you.
But like, come on, Fury.
All right, listen.
Fury, he's suspect, y'all.
Okay, but listen. I don't know what your name is, but 561. Listen. How come this is the only picture that's circulating that looks weird? The deflated glove. How come we don't have more pictures like that one?
Well, to be honest, in my opinion, I feel like it's the way he hit Deontay.
Okay.
In my opinion, I feel like that the way he hit him, that kind of made the glove. However he tampered with it, that made it look more seen in the photo.
Yeah, but
of course, the whole match, it didn't look punched in like that because he wasn't punching. But when he was punching him on that one photo, it looked like it was tampered. That's all we're saying. That's all we're saying.
But shouldn't you have more pictures like that? I mean, he hit Wilder multiple times.
Oh, okay. True. It is not multiple pictures of it looking like we see his fist, but it is multiple pictures with it looking punched in the middle. It is. Not looking, you can see his face, but it's multiple pictures of it in the middle part, kind of punched in a little bit. Fury cheated, y'all. Fury cheated. No cap.
Oh,
look.
Okay.
If he come back the third fight and just walk Deontay down like he did, then I guess we wrong. But y'all can't sit here and say something not weird about this glove situation, y'all. Keep it real.
In your opinion, there's an abundance of evidence.
All the time about this
hold on. So in your opinion, in your opinion, there's an abundance of evidence. Now, does that mean that Wilder knows about this?
Be honest. You really think Wilder not soaking up all this? Don't you know the quietest person is one of the dangerous things in the world? He don't look. Just because people putting out certain things, proof and stuff, he don't got to come out and talk about it. You know why? Because he want his fair fucking fist fight when he come back. He not finna fuck around and mess up the third fight. And plus, all of them want the bag, so they not finna fuck up the bag. That's another thing. They gonna get the bag. And third, Deontay, he's a fucking warrior. He's a king. So he want his shit to be squashed in the ring, not in the courtrooms. And y'all know that. Come on, man.
So he was gonna fight a cheater again. He's going to fight a cheater again. Why wouldn't he? I mean, he officially lost the fight.
Look, thank you for bringing that up. You know what they're gonna do? They're gonna make sure the third fight, everything's okay. They might fuck around and swatch gloves, fucking around. I promise you, I'm talking about they're gonna check his gloves before he do his walk entrance.
All right, so he accepts having a loss.
Is he gonna walk Deontay down like that in the third fight?
I think so.
Walk Deontay down like that in the third fight?
Yep.
Okay. He did it the second. He did it in the second fight. So I believe
if he walk him down the same way, then we tripping then.
All right. Okay. Somebody wants to say something.
I was going to say something.
Hold on. Caller.
Running around, and then the second fight, you just turn into a beast. You a monster. You got strength now.
Yeah. He should have.
Not known for strength.
It's possible.
Let me say something quickly. Right?
Yeah.
So you had a caller earlier. I don't know if
I'm sorry.
You had a caller earlier. I don't remember. I don't know if he's still on, but the caller brought up something very interesting. So I saw the pictures of the gloves that it looks like it's deflated and you can see his knuckles. That's almost impossible to do with boxing gloves, especially when you got wrapping gauze around your hands. That's almost impossible to do. So here's another thing you can look at. When Luis Resto got his gloves pulled out, right? He got the padding of the glove pulled out. When he was fighting, I forget the kid's name, and he beat him up really bad. Luis Resto, the trainer, who was actually the guy's father, that he beat up, he pulled the gloves. He saw the gloves right away. He showed it to the commission, right? Because it was so obvious that he pulled out the padding. He gave it to the commission. The commission looked at it and said, "What the fuck?" Right away. Right away, the commission said, "What the fuck?" Luis Resto went to prison for that. He did 2.5 years, and he got banned for life, especially in the United States. I don't know if he ever got a license anywhere else, but in the United States, he was done. That was it, because that's attempted murder. What he just did, he attempted to kill. They don't care if his intentions was to win. You're punching a dude where you know the knuckles you're gonna feel the knuckles, and especially if you go 10 or 12 rounds with a man, or you go multiple rounds with a guy, that'll fuck you up for life. That could fuck you up for the rest of your life. So why would Deontay Wilder in his corner, right? This is very important to understand. His corner would have had to see this happen. They would have given those gloves automatically go. If they would have saw it, they would have went to the commission. The commission would have seen it. Perfect. And they would have taken action right there.
Yeah, cat dangerous.
You recognize. It's not like those gloves disappeared. Most fighters frame them. They give them to a family member. They keep them. So they got them to where they can find them if they really did suspect something did happen.
Right. Exactly. And so I thought the caller made a great point. The caller before,
Tony,
who said that those the Photoshop, the Photoshop. I'm not gonna say it's Photoshop. I don't know that, but for his fingers, for his knuckles, right, to be showing like that through gloves, that's almost impossible, bro. Now I know Fury has big hands. I know that, right? Because he's just a big motherfucker. But even that would deter. Like, what are they saying? Did they rip the whole fucking padding off? Like, that's the only way I can see that happening. And you would notice you would have more than just one Photoshop shot of that. You would have multiple, because his hands would be bending in with the gloves in multiple occasions.
That's right.
That's almost impossible, bro. I don't believe that.
All right, caller. Anything else? Actually,
go ahead. A couple more questions. What if Deontay knock him out? Y'all still gonna be making live screens and everything, right? Y'all not gonna run away, as y'all?
No, because
of course not.
But you see, here's the thing, caller. You're assuming we're gonna act like you. You're assuming that we're gonna behave the way you guys behaved after he got beat up. You guys talk the most, not us. At least not me. I said, look, I think Fury could beat him. I think it goes 12 rounds. I didn't know he was just gonna beat the shit out of him. It happened. So if anybody,
he beat the shit out of him.
Anybody has something to prove. If any fans have anything to prove, it's you guys. Are you guys gonna make up another excuse if Fury beats him again?
True.
Hell, look, I picked Wilder.
These technically excuses. These technically excuses. But y'all can't tell me this man's gloves don't look funny, y'all. Y'all can't tell me that though. Nothing look like it's wrong with his gloves.
It depends on what you're looking for, bro.
Forget the picture,
bro. If you're looking for an excuse,
look how
everything
Deontay
is gonna look funny
in
to
the
you.
second fight. Like, come on,
caller. If you're looking for an excuse, everything's gonna look funny to you. I mean, gloves make weird movements when you punching somebody. Of course, it never stays the same.
That's true.
Okay, so if I'm looking for
nobody on this panel looking for an excuse. Bucho ain't looking for an excuse. Tony ain't looking for an excuse.
Hold on, brotherhood.
But everybody thinks this shit look weird, bro.
Brotherhood.
Yeah,
Let me
that's
give
all
this analogy.
that's all I'm saying. The shit look weird. And Tyson Fury got so many situations with gloves. How we trying to give him the benefit of the doubt? We gotta look at him suspect, y'all. But don't worry.
Listen, I made a video. I wasn't the one that made the video, but I made a video highlighting.
I really want to see him walk down on that man like that in the third fight.
Hold on.
Wilder illegally punching Luis Ortiz. It's illegal what he was doing to Luis Ortiz. Nobody had a problem with that.
He should have got points deducted for that. That's a fact, bro. That's a fact.
You talking about the fight with Luis Ortiz? Of course, but he didn't. That's what I'm trying to say to you.
No.
It's not. Look,
that's
what you're assuming is that the whole
fact,
Vegas
bro.
was
You
against Deontay Wilder. Now, if that's what you're saying, okay, look, I can't change your opinion, but just say, I believe on that night, Vegas and the boxing establishment were in cahoots to get Wilder out of the way. That if you say that, then we can argue that maybe I don't change your mind, you don't change my mind. That's a different point of view. But to say that Fury cheated and Vegas didn't know shit, and JD's and Breland didn't know nothing, that's crazy. And then they pulled it over the Las Vegas, Nevada Commission on top of that.
Yeah,
that's just crazy.
That's it. That's what people trying to say though. Recognize, like, where the fuck did Tyson Fury fight in his 2 fights before the Deontay Wilder rematch? Well, tell me where he fought at.
You mean the fight with Otto Wallin and
Schwartz?
Where did he fight?
What was the other guy's name?
Fought in Vegas, right?
Yeah,
Schwartz. They were both
fights
okay.
were in Vegas, bro.
Tom Schwartz.
So I mean, would that just be a coincidence? If somebody thought that Vegas was pretty much, I mean, Fury was Vegas fighter, you know what I'm saying? Like, they behind him and they want him to be their next champion.
Listen, anything is possible.
Wilder in Vegas, you
Brotherhood,
know
anything is anything is
possible.
possible.
You see
Anything
what I'm
is
saying?
possible.
Like, they was building him up to be the man. Like, that's what people seem to like count that out, bro. And look,
I think,
there's some people that think it's crazy for people to think that the commission could have been in on it, JDS and Las Vegas State Athletic Commission could have been in on it, but it's not crazy, bro. Like, I'm not one of them people who think the police don't break the law just because they got a position of power, bro. That ain't how the world works, bro. It's all about fucking money, and Vegas is all about money for sure, bro. That's why you got like a bunch of betting and all of that.
Yeah, but it's possible. But
Vegas is like
you only bring it up
Vegas
when
is
it's
a big deal when it comes to betting and shit, bro. So
all right, hey, listen.
Put it past the commission to be in on it also, and I don't think y'all should either.
We got a lot of people waiting.
They dirty themselves. Fuck them.
All right, hold on.
I don't know why we don't act like boxing ain't dirty. Like, this shit been dirty. We just wanted
boxing has always been dirty.
Yeah, it's dirty. The thing is, you pick and choose when it's dirty. That's the thing, though. It sounds like it.
What you gotta understand. What you gotta understand is this.
Look, I mean, it's Tyson Fury that got the fucking mafia member. It's Tyson Fury that got the mafia member on his team, bro. Like, what's his name? Daniel Kinahan. So we talking about somebody involved with Vegas, the same fucking commission that sided with Margarito when his gloves was fucked up or his hand wraps was fucked up. They said no, it was nothing wrong with his hand wraps. Everybody knows something was wrong with his fucking hand wraps.
Right there.
All right, guys.
It was the Nevada State Athletic Commission
Brotherhood.
that said it wasn't nothing wrong with them.
I want to give everybody a chance to. I want to give everybody a chance. Brotherhood. I want to give everybody a chance to talk, and we have a lot of phone calls. So 619, go ahead.
Yeah, what's up, guys? It's Jose.
Hi, Jose. What's up?
Nothing much, man. I was just thinking that why does it have to be that Tyson Fury didn't intentionally walk him down if they said that was a game plan, you know, with the Kronk Gym, and plus he said he was gonna soak his hands in this to make him harder. So that means that it gives an explanation. Plus, he doesn't need to walk him down, like they said, because Fury was taking away the right hand. You know, he's a boxer. So Wilder wasn't even landing, you know, for him to say, you know, that Tyson was eating all his punches. So he didn't need to walk him down. You know, to me, he just executed the game plan like he said he was. He came in heavier, you know, and to me, that's what it is. And also, why is it that the fight was like almost 4 months ago, and like there's this all these conspiracy theories are just coming out, you know, like all of a sudden they gain momentum.
Yep.
To me, it sounds like, you know, Wilder just sobered up finally, that he lost, and he can't accept it. You know, he finally sobered up from the beating that Tyson Fury gave him, and he can't accept it, and that's, you know, what's going on. I mean, explain to me.
They
why,
will also
why
be
weren't
building the
people
fight.
talking like this
They
2
could
months
also be
ago, 3
building the
months
fight
ago?
that way.
You know what I mean? And why can't it be that just Tyson Fury executed the game plan that he said he was going to execute? Came in heavier. You know what I mean? So
Look,
rules,
they could be.
Yeah, go ahead.
They could be also. They could also be a way of building the fight, right? Throw these rumors out there, and say that, you know, hey, look, I had a disadvantage when I was in that fight. So in the third fight, I know you guys saw me totally get outclassed and demolished, but in the third fight, it ain't gonna be like that, right? And maybe it doesn't, but it probably has nothing to do with whether he physically cheated in the fight, right? Now,
okay,
that could be one theory. Remember, the guy came in there, and he didn't just walk Wilder down. He did it with feints. So when he started to get Wilder to bite on the feint, you automatically back up. And if you see your man backing up, this is boxing 101. You go with the 1-2 on his ass and see if he keeps backing up. And that's what happened.
Jose, go ahead.
Also, you can't tell me, instead of basing the outcome of the fight on conspiracy theories, how about the fact that was the second time they were fighting? We all know that when somebody has fought before, they already figure out each other's styles, man. So that was the game plan. So he already knew. He took away the right hand. I mean, it was pretty obvious to see. I didn't see. You can't. You know what I mean? Why base it on conspiracy theories when you can just base it on the facts? You know, and you know he already fought him before. He couldn't knock him out. You know, he almost knocked him out. He got up, so that means he could take Wilder's power like that nobody else could, and he learned that he didn't have to be afraid of him for the second fight, and therefore he just took his only weapon away, which was the right hand, and you know, so therefore he just walked him down. Why not? Because he could, and he came heavier. He said he was gonna soak his hands in that, you know, that stuff, you know, and you know he just beat his ass. Just plain and simple.
Two mistakes Wilder did in that fight. Two mistakes that stood out to me that Wilder did in that fight. I'm gonna go with the least worst. Number one, he was biting on every feint. That's just bad. Okay. Number two, he didn't let his hands go. You gotta let your hands go, bro. It's not boxing. It's not that hard to figure out. Okay. He stopped punching whenever Fury started to dictate pace with the feint. Wilder was like, you know, he was scared. Okay. Wilder, if he doesn't do that, he probably doesn't get demolished the way he does. He probably, you know, just loses on points, if anything. But because he was biting on every feint, which is what allowed Fury to get aggressive, okay, and Wilder not throwing any punches, he got demolished. That's it, man.
Yeah. All right. We have other phone callers. Jose, thanks for calling in. All right. All right. That was Jose, Gonzalo's brother. 334, you're on the air. 334.
Yeah, it's Tony's reviews again. I can sit to the background if you want to let other people on. I just
Okay.
heard my name mentioned, so I called back.
Yep.
But I wanted to say this. In that Billy Collins fight, right? It's a good thing that you brought it up that his dad caught it, right? Billy Collins' dad. But here's what people don't understand. The padding was removed from the gloves, and they made it all rounds of the fight. It went to decision, not the referee, not Billy Collins, who was getting punched in the face. Nobody noticed that the gloves were tampered with until after the fight was over. So that even puts more validity that even if Tyson Fury removed padding, you're probably not going to see it.
Yeah, makes
right.
sense.
Yeah, and definitely, again, Bucho, that caller that called in earlier, he hit it right on the fucking nose.
That's him.
Sorry?
That's him, Tony.
Okay, the gentleman's name
Yeah,
is
I
Tony.
am the
Okay,
caller you were
so
mentioning
Tony.
earlier.
Yeah, that's the caller. He just
Oh,
called
okay.
it
I'm
back.
sorry. I didn't know that. All right. Tony, you said something that's key. That anybody who put on some fucking gloves will know this. When you get your hands covered up with gauze, shit to protect your hand, okay? There is no way your fingerprints are gonna show through a glove. I don't give a fuck how much padding you rip from that shit. It's not gonna show like that. Not that clear. So I don't know what's going on with that photo. I really don't know. I don't know if it was just him punching.
Are you sure about that though? Because this is 6'9" guy we talking about.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure his hand's much bigger than y'all.
But wouldn't it show? Wouldn't it show more? There would be more instance.
You know what I can do? I can personally gut one of my gloves and wrap my hands professionally as if I was gonna fight and make a video and show you. You're not gonna see my knuckles even with 100% of the padding removed. Would you like?
Yeah. Are you 6'9" and 275 pounds?
No, I'm not.
That doesn't matter.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, bro. Like I'm
Okay,
6'2",
but y'all didn't say it was
225,
impossible.
and
You said
I won't be able to do it.
His knuckles are not going to be that much more protruded than anybody else's hand. In fact, there's people who are 6'9" that got smaller hands than people who are 6 foot even.
Yes.
I mean, bro, like this his hand's 10 times bigger than yours, bro. If anybody's shit gonna show through a glove,
look at this picture.
then it'll be a
Time
6'9"
out.
motherfucker.
Look at this fucking picture right here. No fucking way his hands do that imprint. No way. No fucking way. You gotta prove that, man. You gotta show me how is it possible?
But you said you yourself didn't even say it was impossible, bro. You said the shit is almost impossible, which means there is a chance.
Yeah, it is.
You even think there's a chance, bro.
If Tyson Fury take the average size hands for a guy who's 6'9" and say that Tyson Fury got twice the size of those hands, maybe, and I'm not sure if you could. I mean, dude, like, you ever put on gloves before? Like, do you know how hard that shit is to make your fucking? I don't care how much padding you rip from that shit. And if you did rip a lot, man, it would be noticeable right away. I mean, again, you got to be assuming that as soon as they got in that ring, everybody was involved, was in on it. And if you want to make that argument, okay, I'm not going to really. I have my own conspiracy theories about certain fights, okay, myself. But again, you got to start assuming that even Wilder's peoples were in on it. And why would Wilder trust these same people again to go into a third fight?
I don't think he does. I don't think he does recognize. He the one said that he had snakes in his camp after this fight.
Bobby does have.
Hey, brotherhood.
You know it's a well-known fact that there's been people in certain camps that either spar with you, train with you, whatever the case may be, they're your personal trainer, that leak out information. They can leak out information about you going into a certain fight. Floyd used to brag about that shit. He loved that shit. He made no secrets about it. I got eyes in your camp, and I know what you're doing. There's plenty of ways to cheat than physically having advantage, meaning I got the paddings ripped off. I have weights in my hands. The weights in the hands is totally bogus.
Bro. I'm not counting that out.
But here's my thing, and I'm asking you an honest question, like brotherhood. I'm assuming, and I could be wrong because it's not good to assume, but I'm assuming that you've never fought amateur or professional before in boxing. And my question is this: do you actually know how the gloves get inspected and what happens when the gloves get delivered? Do you know the formality of what goes on with the gloves before the fight and after the fight?
I mean, as far as I know, I can. I never boxed, but I can only go off what I see. Okay, so I mean, you do got.
Let me. Well, I'm going to explain. Okay, so what ends up happening with gloves, right? They're mailed in to wherever you're going to fight. The gloves, when they come through the mail, they're in like plastic wrap. All brand new gloves come in plastic wrap. They have to be
wait.
broken.
Come on, Tony. I know where you're going with this, bro. You saying they have to the commission? No, I know this. So you don't have to waste your breath. The commission basically oversees the whole thing. That's what you're trying to say. When they send them in and they got possession of them, they give them to you when the fight is on and all of that stuff. And
they hold them for about 2 to 3 days.
Nevada State Athletic Commission is there when the gloves are put on and when the hands are wrapped and everything like that. I know that. Now, that you would have to be basically overlooking the fact that they could have been in on it for you to sit here and tell me the rules as if you know those same rules had been followed. So
but
if you don't believe they could have been in on it, then I understand where you're coming from. But otherwise, I don't trust boxing, bro. I don't trust everybody that's in a position of power to do exactly what they're supposed to do. So that point is kind of just moot to me.
Okay, so Brotherhood, check this out. If you believe, because let me just explain all the steps real fast for the people who don't know. So pretty much what happens is you have a meeting with whoever the athletic commission is you're going to fight for. You go to that venue where the fight, you just go to their office, wherever their office is local to wherever the fight's going to be. You get your gloves sent there through the mail. It's opened up in front of them. They watch you take the plastic wrap off the brand new gloves. Once that's done, they inspect the gloves. They take the gloves 2 to 3 days before the fight. You don't see the gloves again. There'll be 2 sets of gloves. You have your A glove and your B glove. You don't see those gloves again until the night of the fight. But I did leave out, when they're getting inspected, not only does the commission inspect them, but the other team inspects the gloves too, right there. Then they're taken from you. Then you get them back the night of the fight. You get your hands wrapped. After you get your hands wrapped, they sign the wrap to make sure you don't take it off. Then they put the glove on you, and they take the glove around. They sign the tape on the glove to make sure that's not taken off as well. Then you go into the ring. Once the fight's over, the commission takes your gloves and holds on to them for 24 to 48 hours after the fight to inspect it. So my point is this. With all that being done, if you believe the commission is in on it, then you should not want the third fight because they're just going to cheat Wilder again if they're in on it.
I mean,
that's a good point. They might cheat Wilder again. If that's how you feel.
But he's a warrior.
What?
They ain't got nothing to do with what I think the commission did. That's up to Wilder. I don't know. Do we even know if Wilder thinks the commission did anything, or you know what I'm saying?
He would have to because he's a professional boxer.
Anything, but my point is this.
Oh, he's stupid.
If the commission cheated for Fury the first time, then what the fuck is going to stop them from doing it again?
So, Tony, I don't know what your background is, but you're 100.
Like
what he's saying is 100% true.
Situation with the gloves, it seemed like the fighters got some type of power when it comes to that.
Oh, okay then. So you're saying that Wilder was hopeless in this situation?
I'm sorry.
Is that what you're saying? He don't have no influence? Wilder.
I'm saying
Deontay Wilder.
I'm saying
at least
not
make sure there's
as
a fair
fighter as Floyd, that's for sure. I mean, it didn't seem like he went to that length to check the gloves and everything. So maybe he has more power to oversee things like that in the future. But you know what I'm saying? From what I know, he sent one team member.
think Wilder's more marketable in Vegas than Fury. That's my opinion. I can't see. Again, that's just an opinion. That's not based on anything. It's just I just feel that Wilder should be. He should be more popular in the States than Fury is.
Let's go.
With that being said,
further than that. Check this out. If it was about popularity, right, then the WBC would have allowed Dillian White to fight Wilder a long time ago, because before Wilder fought Fury the first time, Dillian White was already doing pay-per-views and was a bigger star in England than Wilder was here. So if they were all about that, they would have let that mandatory happen 3 years ago when it should have, just to get Wilder out the picture, because that would have been a bigger star 3 years ago. So the whole thing of them wanting the bigger name or whatever the excuse is not there. Here's the thing that I saw. When Fury fought Wilder in the first fight, he put Wilder on wobbly legs about 2 or 3 different times in that first fight, and he didn't take advantage of it. When he got knocked down, both times he got knocked out, he got up to win the rest of the round after being knocked down. Whenever I did my prediction for the fight, I said if Tyson Fury does what he says he's going to do and fights him smartly, he'll knock him out in the 7th or 8th round. And lo and behold, a TKO happened in the 7th round because I saw him hurt Wilder in the first fight, and I knew he could do it. And that's all that happened. He beat him up in the second fight like he should have done in the first one.
Tony makes a good point because John Fury, who looks like a genius right now, right? John Fury told David Hay when he fought his son, when Wilder was going to fight Wilder the first time, he said that Fury should not fight Wilder because he said Wilder was going to knock him out, and that almost happened. Whether you believe in the long count or not, the bottom line is he almost knocked him out. So he was kind of right in the first fight, okay? Second fight, before it happened, he told everyone that would listen, my son is going to destroy him. It's not going to be a problem. Okay?
Of course, it all has to do with preparation, man.
It's
Everybody
preparation,
knows
exactly.
Everybody knows this.
And he said it like there was
who had the,
there was no
like,
there was no
look
trying
at
to
it
hide
this way.
anything.
Who had the relationship with the Las Vegas State Athletic Commission or Nevada, State Athletic Commission before that rematch happened? Who was building a relationship with them?
Al Heyman.
Tyson Fury. No, Tyson Fury. Let's not play dumb, man. Well,
yeah, but
like
what
said,
people don't want to acknowledge.
Sports were in Las Vegas under Bob Arum. You telling me you don't know about Bob Arum's history of having fights fixed and shit like that in the past? So it's all the entities.
Brotherhood. When two people are gonna duke it out and they're gonna fight inside the ring, they're not taking Bob Arum. They're not taking out Heyman inside the ring with them.
Yeah. Go ahead, caller.
What you say?
I said, doesn't Al Heyman have the majority of the WBC belts with the PBC? Aren't most of the PBC champions all WBC champions? So therefore, who really has the better relationship? Al Heyman.
You telling
Fatality.
me Al
That's true.
Heyman got control?
If you go by that knowledge, yeah.
What I'm saying is Al Heyman has been doing business with the WBC for a very long time, and a lot of his mainstream guys are all WBC champions. So he has a better relationship with them, in my opinion. It doesn't make sense why they would cheat for Bob Arum and Fury. It just doesn't make sense. It defies logic.
Can I say something really fast?
Yeah.
When you're exchanging punches in a matter of a split second, nobody's thinking conspiracy theories. And Bob Arum or Al Heyman are not inside the ring with you. Anything can happen in a fraction of a second to change a fight.
You guys remember Harlem Nights, the movie? Remember the movie Harlem Nights?
Yep.
Anybody on the panel or the callers?
No, I don't recall. But go ahead.
Okay, Harlem Nights. Yeah. All right, so for those Harlem Nights was a movie about some gangsters back in Harlem in the 1920s and the 1930s, 40s, or something like that. And they were dealing with the mob, right? The Italian mob. And so they had a boxer that worked with the black mafia, right? And they had put this fight together. There was this Italian fighter that was going to fight him, or an Irish guy, whatever the fuck it was. And the Italian mob thought that the guy was going to throw the fight, so they're putting all their money on him. Normally they weren't sure. They're like, nah, I think this black dude will whip his ass. But it started circulating that maybe through some deception, that the black dude was going to throw the fucking fight. And then the fight happens. You see in the beginning of the scene, black guy looks at the white dude and says, "Don't take this ass whipping personal." Goes in there, he beats his ass, and you can see the Italian mafia really pissed. My point of bringing it up is this: you never know, no matter what, how a fight's going to turn out. Okay. Sometimes you think a fight is going to throw the fight. I'm not taking that risk of saying I think Fury's going to throw the fight. I think this guy's going to throw the fight. Okay? Or I think Wilder's going to throw the fight. That's not how boxing works. Once your hands start going, you can't predict how the fuck you're going to hurt somebody. You can't. Okay, so or instinct when you get hit, how you react to getting hit. So look, yes, fights have been fixed in the past, and they happen like out of nowhere. But sometimes when you see a fight for what it is what it is. That's all it is. And for
It's a
me,
fight.
it's a fight. And for me, what happened to Wilder, I could have seen coming a long time ago because of the lack of fundamentals that Wilder drastically showed in just about every single fight. Every single fight leading up to his rematch with Tyson Fury. It was these terrible, the footwork, the constant obvious 1-2, 1-2 coming off a break, 1-2, 1-2 coming off the break from the referee. So all you got to do is just limit that, and if Wilder doesn't know anything else, basically you got it.
And you
Gotta
also
the same
recognize
lack
that
of fundamentals
punchers, right?
that left Fury unconscious on the fucking ground twice. Like, what the fuck are you talking about, bro?
But you gotta see.
Yeah, but you're not listening. You see, you're not listening. You hearing what you want to hear.
You gotta understand.
You see, the problem with Brotherhood is listening to. Brotherhood wants you to tell him what he wants to hear. Okay, boxing don't work that way.
Bro, the
curse of a puncher, man. If you got power,
shit. I don't even appreciate
don't work that way.
Like, you not about to tell me what I'm thinking and all that extra shit, bro. Just tell me what you think.
I just told you.
I mean, you
I think that this was. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what I think happened. I think that he fought a guy, got his rhythm down, and there wasn't that much to get down, and just that's it. Took advantage from there. Just picked off where he left off. Put some weight on. Put some weight on.
All right, well,
put some weight on and brought the fight to him.
Yep. Gonzalo, go ahead.
It. That's what I thought happened.
Gonzalo wants to say something.
No, go ahead. I'm just listening.
Go ahead, Gonzalo.
Yeah.
No, basically 13th round. 13th round, and you got to think that Wilder's a puncher. When you can punch hard and you started late, you're gonna do what many guys with power do. They're gonna abuse that power. And when you're fighting a boxer, man, it's gonna catch up to you. It's the 13th round.
And maybe it doesn't work out like that in the third fight, if they fight a third fight. Maybe
Wilder can win.
Hey, look,
Wilder can. He's got a slim chance, but he can win also.
Question. Does everybody on this panel think Wilder only won 2 rounds in the first fight?
I thought he won 3. I thought he won 3. I thought he won 3 rounds.
You thought he won 3?
Yes. I'm gonna go with what the referee said. What's the referee's name? The first fight?
I don't know.
Jack Reese?
He gave him the first. Yeah, Jack Reese gave him the first 2, then he gave him the 2 knockdowns.
So he gave him 4 rounds.
Who cares about Jack Reese?
He gave him 4 rounds. But I'm just gonna give him that benefit
Jack
of the
Reese
doubt.
actually said that he thought Wilder won the first 7 rounds, if I'm not mistaken.
Whoa.
But
who cares about Jack Reese?
Look, it don't matter. It was a draw. It doesn't matter what we say. I mean,
well, what's the point?
No, it does matter. It does matter.
What's the point?
It basically puts everything into perspective. Because it shows me
Dude,
how
it was a
y'all
draw.
view
90 seconds.
The bias that's underlying.
That's your last card.
So, I mean,
is that your last card?
Is that
your last card?
People that can't even admit
Brotherhood.
that Wilder won more than 2 rounds, I'm not going to expect them to give a unbiased opinion when it comes to anything about Wilder. That's my whole
No, I said 2 rounds. I said 4 rounds total. 4 rounds.
Brotherhood. Is that what all you have? So this is your last card. You just go as bias, and that's it. I mean, you're unable to prove the whole time. You were unable to. Yeah, go ahead.
Basically, what he's saying is he wants people to give Wilder, aside from the 2 rounds that he got the knockdowns, he wants people to give Wilder more rounds. And I said, I give him 2 more, 2 extra, 4 total. And he's not accepting that. I must be biased. I must be a hater because I'm not giving him more than 4 rounds plus the 2 knockdowns. Man, that's 6 fucking points.
So I'm going to be 100% honest right here. First off, let me say this for bias in the way that you score cards, right? I've got several lives I've done where I score cards live, right there, where you can see them, how I score them, everything. I've done 50-plus cards and only 2 were off. Out of 50-plus, only 2 were off, and I only gave Deontay Wilder 2
10 seconds.
Tyson Fury fight to where he knocked him down. That's all I saw. But listen, to even prove your point or to discredit your point about being biased against Wilder, when he fought Ortiz in that second fight, everybody trashed him for losing every round. I did a pre-fight prediction for that fight. I said that's the way he should fight. That's the way he did fight, and I applauded him for it because all you had to do was get Ortiz to the later rounds. He's going to tire, and then he's going to get hit, and that's exactly what Wilder did. I didn't shit on him for losing them early rounds like everybody else did. I said that was smart tactically. So you can't say just because somebody only gave him 2 rounds against Fury, they're biased because you have to look at their body of work. The fact is, Tyson Fury boxed circles around him in that first fight. Even when he knocked Fury down 2 times, Fury down the 2 times he knocked him down, he outboxed him for the rest of those rounds.
Hey, at the end of the day, if you gave him 2 rounds in that fucking fight and you actually watched it with the 2 eyes that's in your own body, then I can't really take you serious when it comes to anything regarding Wilder, bro. Like I said, the first time.
That's because you're selecting.
It is what it is.
You're selecting what you think is credible and not. That's what you're doing.
619.
I mean, y'all can't. We dealing with people. Y'all can't even admit that the fucking covering up the camera shit was weird, bro. Y'all, we dealing with
BT Sports.
So you thought
BT Sports.
So why? And then when it comes to the 2 round shit, like that's just the nail in the coffin, basically.
So you thought Wilder won the first fight, right? On points.
No, I thought it was a draw. I
thought it was a draw. So you thought it was a draw. So I'm not going to sit here and say, well, no wonder you think that Tyson Fury cheated because I can't see where you saw 6 rounds, right? No, I'm
wait, hold on. So without the knockdowns, he has Wilder winning. Oh no, wait, no, that's true. So you gave him the 2 knockdowns. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm all fucked up. No,
he gave.
Exactly. So he needed the knockdowns.
Yeah, I think what you tried to say was without the knockdowns, Fury beat him. That's what you were trying to say. By
Yeah. Got it upside down.
For a majority of the round.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but that's way different than giving somebody 2 fucking rounds in a close fight like that.
All right.
I didn't see it as close. I saw Wilder
exactly. I know.
Fury
you got your blinders on, bro. I understand.
No, I don't have my blinders on. Look, do you know? Like I'm gonna be honest. Like I said. I don't have a channel nearly as big as BDA, Bucho, but look, I have videos that prove where I stand and everything that I've ever said about Wilder. And when Wilder got his ass whooping, because he got an ass whooping from Fury, he won me over as a fan. I actually became more of a fan of Wilder watching him get his ass whooped than I was when he was doing his one shot. Why? Because to me, he showed the heart of a real champion. He never gave up. He kept fighting. No matter how bad he was getting battered, he kept trying to win. Even when the towel flew across the ring, he was throwing a punch at the same time. He never gave up. And for that, he gained me as a fan. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend that he does better than what he did.
You see, Brotherhood, from what I'm gathering from
emphasis on the battered part.
Go ahead, Gonzalo. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead, Gonzalo.
He's saying that what I don't get, Brotherhood is assuming, or he's trying to say that Wilder is like this super skilled heavyweight. Is that what you're trying to say, Brotherhood? That Wilder is like the super skilled heavyweight?
Hey, it's more fun when you let people assume they know what you are. So I like to.
But that's what you're doing. That's what you're doing, Brotherhood.
Yeah.
That's what you. That's what you.
But that's what you're doing.
You called us bias.
Look, I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like Fury. I really don't. I don't like the fact that the UK holds all the belts. I don't like that. But I'm not gonna, again, to the guy that just said this, Tony. But I'm not gonna pretend that Wilder's this great, skilled heavyweight American fighter and one of the best ever to do it for coming from America. He's not in my opinion, bro. He's not even close.
Wilder's a tomato can, man. Fury fought nothing but tomato cans when he fucking came back from retirement, man.
And that's sad.
That includes Wilder.
Wilder after fighting tomato cans.
Yeah, that includes Wilder.
That's a sad thing.
All right.
Fury fought nothing but fucking tomato cans.
All right, hey, we have 619. Go ahead. 619.
Hey, what's up? Jose?
Yeah, go ahead.
Again.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to make a point, man. Well, when the fight happened, I was rooting for Wilder actually, and so I
remember.
gave him more than 2 rounds. But the thing is, whatever happened to making adjustments, and I believe that Tyson Fury made the adjustments for the second fight.
Mhm.
That's how he won the second fight. You know,
Yes.
and I believe that any fighter has a shot to. He has a shot Wilder for the third fight if he makes the adjustments. You know, and that's the
Yes.
key. You know, because if the third fight was going to go the same as the first or the second fight, what would be the point of having a third fight? Or if the second fight was going to be like the first fight, what was going to be the point of the second fight? So to me, the fact that he didn't get knocked down is because Tyson Fury made the adjustments. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And
I think that if
basically what it boils down to.
I think that if Wilder,
a crying wolf doesn't help at all, man. The facts are he lost, and he should want to take the rematch and prove that otherwise. You know, like what for example, what happened with the fourth Manny Pacquiao and Marcus fight? You know, Pacquiao got knocked down and he got knocked out. You know, and how come nobody was bringing conspiracy theories then? You know, I know they have fought a total of 4 fights, but you know, Marcus made the adjustments. You know, or whatever. You know, like. That's my whole point, man. And whatever happened to accepting a defeat, man. Nowadays everything's getting watered down, man. There's no.
I keep saying that, Jose.
Accepting you know what I'm saying. What happened to that, man? That's kind of
All right.
disappointing.
Yeah.
You know, what we're going through right now.
Somebody
wants
to say.
That's my point.
All right. Somebody else wants to say something. I think Gonzalo.
I was going
gonna say. Go ahead, recognize.
No, quickly. I think there's room. Obviously, there's room for adjustment for Wilder, and he doesn't have to make it so complicated according to his style. All Wilder to me has to do to give himself a better chance, at least not to get destroyed, and stay in the fight and take Fury out, is don't bite on every feint, especially don't bite backing up, and throw punches. Throw punches.
Yeah.
That's it. You gotta let your hands go.
And I see what you're trying to say. Recognize this. You're trying to give him kind of like the benefit of the doubt or help him out in the way by saying, look, if he keeps it basic, he's long enough and he got the power, so he can do like what Klitschko did. Use the 1-2. Basically, you're not hating on Wilder, but what I believe is like when my brother mentioned the adjustments. Yeah, he can make the adjustments, but I don't believe he's skilled enough to make the adjustments against a boxer like Tyson Fury, because Tyson Fury is more skilled. Okay, he's more skilled. Doesn't punch as hard, but I think Fury has got the upper hand in the third fight. But I'm not saying that he cannot win.
He's got the mental edge over him for sure. The mental edge.
But here's the problem.
And
here's the problem with Wilder. Wilder is not an inside fighter. Okay, he fights from range. All his knockouts come from what I like to call a little hot skip, to where he's got distance in between. He jumps like kind of over his lead toe and catches people with a straight right. That hot skip is deadly. It puts people away. The problem is he doesn't have any real inside game. The problem with that is Tyson Fury is taller and longer. So being that Wilder has no inside game and he's not a good counterpuncher, dimensionally, there's nothing he can really do, because if he tries to fight him from range, he can't do that. Fury's longer. If Fury gets up on him like he did, he's going to batter him because he doesn't know how to throw little step back uppercut, short hook. It's just not in his arsenal. Plus, if you look at that second fight, and it's so hard to break instinct. Instinct is the hardest thing to do when it comes to fighting, because when the pressure's on, when you're getting beat up, you instinctively want to do certain things. For instance, the reason why Wilder got into so much trouble and hurt so many times in that second fight was because he kept circling to Fury's right. He went right into the power. Like, he kept walking right into his power. Whenever he would get against the ropes, he would square his hips off so he couldn't get no power throwing punches. Whenever they would come to the clinch, he would lean down and Fury would just lean on top of him and weigh his legs down.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Like,
So
Wilder
what you saying?
But you can't fight him from
I'm about to say what you saying is Otto Wallen is the most skilled fighter that Fury fought in the past 5 years. That's a damn shame.
I'm telling you, Otto Wallen, boxing technicality is more skilled.
He's better than Wilder.
Deontay
Yeah.
Wilder has
Yeah.
an
So
equalizer.
in 5 years,
If
that's
Otto
the best
Wallace-
person that's been in the ring with Fury. Otto fucking Wallace.
Listen to what
Just
I'm
let that
telling
sink
you.
in.
I'm not saying that. I'm not saying Otto Wallen is better than Deontay Wilder as a fighter. I'm saying as a boxer, Wallen is more skilled. If Wallen had the punching power that Wilder did, who knows how unstoppable he would be.
He would have
doesn't
stopped
have that.
Fury. He
Deontay
would have stopped
Wilder
Fury
had
that night.
God-given power.
He would have if
Fury
he had
best
if
win
he had
is over
Wilder's
a
power.
one-trick pony. I'd be
If
damned.
he would have had Wilder's power, he would have stopped Fury that night. That
But
particular
why
night
you
would have stopped him.
why you mentioning Fury fighting tomato cans? What about Wilder's resume? How can you
Bro,
say
I
he's
just told you
supremely
why
skilled?
there's a fucking can. Did I stutter?
Okay, so you got two cans fighting each other. I still think Fury, if you're gonna call him a can, is a more can than Wilder. So therefore, you can't. All the resume of these both fighters and who they fought doesn't matter. These two cans and Wilder and Fury's more adaptable to being a good boxer than Wilder is with his power.
Fury, y'all overrating Fury with all the extra shit y'all saying he got. If you've been doing all this shit
overrate him,
against
but I still
cans,
think
bro,
if they're two
then why the
cans,
fuck
this
am I
can is
about to
better
rate
than
you out?
Still better than Wilder.
Brotherhood. I don't
Way
care.
better.
Let me tell you something. I don't care who wins in the third Fury versus Wilder match. I really didn't care who won in the second one because I know the real underground king, Dillian White, is going to knock either one of them the fuck
No.
out. So I really don't care who wins. I don't have a pony in the race. I already know who the best person is in the WBC. So to me, it's irrelevant which one wins because I have them both losing to Dillian White. I don't need to be biased because I know who's going to beat both of them.
I don't see what that has to do with anything I'm saying, but
what he's
y'all
saying
acting
is
like
he doesn't
Fury
care
made all
about
these
either guy.
adjustments, like he's such a cerebral fucking fighter that he made the adjustments. You had to make adjustments versus somebody that has fucking zero boxing skills, according to everybody on this panel, basically. One trick pony.
But he is a one-trick
There's also
pony.
a styles
like,
matchup
Y'all
too.
going on and on about how Fury is this cerebral
let me
fighter.
explain this real fast before you get irritated and mad. There's nothing wrong with being a one-trick pony as long as you're really good at that one trick. So this whole notion that he's a one-trick pony, like it's a bad thing, doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you only have one trick. If your one trick can outdo what other people can do, then you're greater than them. What
do you think about Wilder's resume for the past 5 years since he's been a champion? What you think about his resume?
I think that he has a weaker resume when compared to
then. My point exactly. So you beat somebody who ain't never beat no motherfucking body. Big deal.
But wait, you gotta let him finish though. You gotta let him finish, Brotherhood.
I said
you let him finish.
A weaker resume than other fighters that I have up there with him. I did not say he only fought bums. I said his resume is on the weaker side.
So you don't think the masses are saying that Wilder only fought bums?
I don't care what the masses say. I'm not the masses. I'm me. You keep comparing me to masses. Everybody else on this panel to the masses. You're talking to an individual. So you can't rule people by what the masses think. You have to rule people by what they're telling you.
So you just fucking told me that he has a weak resume, bro. So you are the masses.
I said he has
what the fuck are you talking about?
The top elite of the heavyweight, I said he has a weaker resume. That doesn't mean he's got a resume as bad as Otto Wallin.
Bro, you're just saying he fought a bunch of bums.
He's got the weakest resume of any champion ever.
You're just saying it in a nice way.
No,
I'm raw and I'm
not
uncut with my shit, bro. Just say it.
In a nice way. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is, if you look at Dillian White, who's beat 5 top 10 world fighters, you can't find that on Deontay Wilder's resume. Dillian White has beat 2 world champions. Wilder has beat 1. So what I'm saying is, when you look at other elites, if you look at Tyson Fury, he's beat 2 world champions. Now, he beat Klitschko, got all the belts, and he beat Wilder, got his belt. Wilder has only beat 1, so Tyson Fury has a better resume.
Meanwhile, Joseph Parker got more title defenses than fucking Fury does. That says a lot. That says a lot, right?
Yeah,
stop going on and on about Fury, bro. That's my whole point here. This dude, y'all talking about adjustments made and how Fury did this, how Fury did that. Man, Fury ain't shit. He ain't done no motherfucking thing but beat a
He's not
50-year-old
except
fucking
beat Wilder.
in the most
But
boring
you
fight I
gotta-
ever seen in
Walder's
my life.
trash, but
And
Walder's
then beat a
trash.
guy that most
He didn't
people
do
in the
nothing but
world
Walder's
think has
trash.
no boxing skills. But
Wilder
I'm
has
saying,
zero
this
boxing skills.
motherfucker,
Vladimir
I get called a
Klitschko
Wilder
and
fan for
Wilder
saying,
sucks.
what's facts. This motherfucker's a cheater in the past. Fuck Fury, bro.
Wilder's an
I don't
embarrassment.
like cheaters. I don't
And-
like cheaters overall, and he got that shit on his resume.
Wilder is so bad. I don't know. I mean, how Wilder made it so far is impressive. I gotta give him credit for that because he has
he's a
zero
strong
boxing
dude.
skills.
You know what it is? He's a strong guy. He's got a hell of a overhand right. But once you take that away from him, he's pretty much, you got to ask him to do something else, and he don't know how to do it. That's his problem. He
How
don't
come
know
his
how to
fans?
do-
Hey, recognize. How come his fans never saw this? Like they never saw this
Because they were blind. Look, on
blind.
YouTube and social media, it's totally different than reality, right? Like if you go to a gym, you go to your local gym and you talk to people and you catch them in a conversation, they'll tell you, look, I like that guy Wilder, but he's kind of a limited boxer. That's putting it nicely. These are coming from people that like him. And then you get the people that don't really care for him. They're like, yo, he's trash.
Yeah, I don't really trust
and
what.
you can't accuse these guys
Y'all looking
of
into
being
it way
racist.
too deep. It's very simple.
Yeah.
The
You
people
can't accuse
love
these guys of
knockouts,
being
bro.
racist or something
It's
like
the
that
people
because
love
a lot of these guys
knockouts.
are black
That's it.
dudes.
It has nothing to
No,
do
no,
with
no.
race.
Hold on. Can I say something, Gonzalo? Listen,
Yeah.
these Wilder fans. Sure, you can be a Wilder fan because he knocks everybody out. Well, whoever he fought, but the LDBC, his biggest fanboys, they were actually saying he was a good boxer, and he could beat anybody. So obviously
He
they
could
couldn't
be a
see.
good boxer when he wants to.
No, it's too late. No, he's never been a good boxer, and they thought that he was a good boxer. So they're blind. They were blind. They're still blind, and so I don't really put much attention to what they say. I can't really believe what they say. They're unreliable. They obviously do not understand the sport of boxing, and yeah, that's pretty much all I wanted to say. These guys don't know shit.
BDA, I
Mucho.
don't believe Wilder is a good boxer. I believe technically he's a bad boxer, but what I believe is he's a very good fighter, meaning he somehow finds a way to land that right hand because he's got so much God-given power. The type of power he has, you cannot train for. It is gifted to him by God, and because he has that right hand, if he connects, he can beat anybody. He could beat AJ if he lands square on the chin. He could beat Fury in a third fight if he lands square on the chin. He could beat Dillian White if Dillian White's coming in and gets caught. He has that factor that gives him the ability, even though he's outclassed, he can equalize it with one punch. I give him that. But the problem is, Fury might just be that one. I don't know. I don't know what happens. I believe White knocks him out, but White might get caught coming in. AJ might get knocked out. I don't know because they haven't fought. But what I do know is Fury is taller, longer, and he can take away that right hand. And when you take away his God-given ability, he doesn't have nothing to fall back on.
But let me say something to the caller. When you speak, like when you're always saying God-given ability, that's the problem. People start putting them in a realm as like something that's somebody that's superhuman.
Yes.
The reason he punches hard because he's skinny. He's tall, he's lanky, and he can deliver a lot of leverage behind some heavy hands. That's what it is.
He couldn't keep Fury down,
He's
so
athletic.
Fury must have Fury must have a God-given chin in a sense. I mean, I
Look,
understand.
Fury when he caught Fury,
No,
Fury,
listen
right?
to what I'm saying, BDA.
He caught him off
What I'm
guard.
saying.
But it
hold
wasn't
on.
enough.
Well, one at a time. Yeah.
Let me go apples to apples. Roy Jones Jr., he was so great because he had God-given speed and agility. The amount of quickness that he has is unrivaled. He might be the fastest reaction time fighter to ever fight. When he got older and he started slowing down like most people do when they get older, he got knocked the fuck out because he didn't have the fundamentals. But he was so gifted by God, by his speed, nobody could touch him. Wilder, in my opinion, has that same factor but with power.
Yeah, he got great reflexes.
Roy Jones, like Deontay Wilder, these are great street fighters. They're these kind of guys that if you look at street fights, you'll see a lot of similarities, but they do it at a hyper, intense level where it's like it's so fast you can't react to it, right? Like the human timing can't react to it. So they can translate that into boxing. and have a lot of success, like Roy, and to a certain extent, even Wilder. Wilder had a lot of success according to his skill set. But what it's like what you said, caller. It's perfect. What happens when that timing goes down a little bit, or you just meet a guy that says, "Look, I know what you're trying to do. I made the boxing fundamental adjustments to beat you." Because if you look at what what's his name, Antonio Tarver did to Roy Jones, he didn't do nothing super great. He just punched with Roy. That's all he did. And he landed in his jaw and he knocked his ass out. That was it. There was nothing special there. Same thing with Fury. Fury threw a couple of feints, made this boy back up to his power hand and just shoot that overhand right. That's all they did. They didn't do nothing that spectacular. A lot of these guys are not boxing fundamentals perfect, but what they have is this instinct ability that separates them from an ordinary guy.
That's an excellent point. Recognize he punched with Roy, and when the
how much credit does Fury deserve for beating this guy?
A lot.
He deserves the credit. He gets a lot of credit because that's his peers, bro. He's fighting within his era. Tyson, Deontay Wilder, regardless of what we think, Deontay Wilder was a champion.
About the LDBC praising this guy and being worth basically nothing as a boxer, and this channel right here. But y'all telling me that Fury deserves a bunch of credit for beating a guy that y'all been saying that he ain't shit for the past 5 years?
Well, no, he deserves
legendary status.
Please make it make sense.
Are you talking about legendary status? What are you talking about? Legendary status of all time?
No, I'm talking about people are hyping Fury up to be the best heavyweight in the world for beating somebody that people don't think anything of, which is
okay.
I give Fury more. Can I say
literally talk about the LDBC and how they shouldn't think much of him. They shouldn't be praising him as this king and all of this shit. So somebody that watch our channel would think, all right, this Wilder dude must not be shit. So why should I be giving Fury a bunch of credit for a dude that y'all been saying ain't shit for the longest time?
But is that how you feel about Wilder? You personally? Do you personally feel Wilder ain't shit?
If I repeat myself and call him McCann one more time, I don't think y'all still
okay, so if you're calling him McCann, then you think that Fury's winning shit.
I've watched BDA channel and y'all made me think he a can. Y'all talk me into it. I'm convinced now.
No.
On that.
So
he's got power.
Fury credit? Because y'all got
the
expert analysis. I believe y'all. Y'all teaching casuals like me what's going on, right?
That's right.
Hey, listen,
That's right.
I've listened to LDBC channels. I've listened to LDBC channels, and they consider certain fighters trash. That I don't agree with them. It didn't change my mind.
So I basically shouldn't be listening to y'all channel and taking y'all opinion as facts. Y'all basically saying
we're just telling you how we feel.
Has no credibility.
We're telling you how we feel, why he lost.
Every time I listen to this channel, it's basically saying, like, why is Wilder so praised by the LDBC when he really ain't shit? That's like just putting it in layman's terms. So you basically saying I shouldn't be listening to BDA Boxing Channel because y'all a bunch of liars. Have y'all been lying to me?
Hadouken! Hey, putting words in our mouth, but he put a little bit of putting words in our mouth.
All right, guys, we need to restart the phone lines because they're gonna shut down all of a sudden. So I'm gonna hang up on everybody. Wait, hold on.
Brotherhood got good debating skills, man. He should be a lawyer, bro.
He should be a lawyer, man. Just like, anyways, we're gonna shut the phone lines down and then I'm gonna restart them. So if you want to call back again, you can. If you don't want to, then obviously that's fine. All right, so I'm gonna shut down the phone lines. Thank you for calling.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
In the meantime, you guys take over. I'm gonna restart the phone lines.
Yeah. Well, I like that dude Tony, the one that called in.
Tony.
Yeah.
You see, I believe he can. I believe he can beat him from the. Well, if they fought from the outside in the third fight, what would need to happen, he would just need to get there earlier in a firefight. Whoever.
Well, remember the first fight. Remember the first fight. Now, of course, it was a different Fury, but Wilder wasn't biting for every feint. He wasn't backing up that much. You get what I'm saying? So even though he got outboxed, he was still able to land those punches that dropped him. So that gives him the look. I think he loses either way. Right?
Hey, you know what? Recognize. You know what's interesting? Feints nowadays they're coming back, man. This is what like every pro elite boxer is like putting into play. You remember when they used to talk about changing the angles and Manny Pacquiao and Lomachenko changing the angles? Right now, what's hot to incorporate into your boxing style is throwing them fucking feints.
Yep. And I'm gonna tell you something. Also, the feints is when you bite for every feint. That's a sign of you being too nervous and not knowing what to do. That's a huge sign for that. Because I remember. Look, I boxed as an amateur, so I have some knowledge still to this day. I mean, it's been years, over 20 years. So, but the one thing I remember when I would bite for feints, a lot of times it had to do with that guy's power. It was like, oh shit, like he caught me with something, and I'm kind of like hesitant on that. And my corner would correct me and be like, dude, stop biting for every feint. And they would tell me, like, if you have confidence in your defense, you can parry in case he can, he doesn't feint and he lets that jab go through. You gotta have confidence in that. It's like Wilder in that fight. Look, I'm not saying Wilder doesn't know boxing, but everything went out of his system. Like he couldn't do those things because I think he's never been put in a situation to do those kind of things, those little simple adjustments, not to be making these huge mistakes that cost him in the fight.
Guys, I gotta go through a bunch of super chats that I never went through. So we're gonna 2 hours ago, Jason Bourne said, "What weirdos like Brotherhood sees is called boxing. Fury beating the hell out of Wilder must be cheating." Okay. Chet Collins says, "Good evening, my people. I hope you are all well and happy." Chet Collins also another contribution says, "Fury hit him so hard he twerked." Okay. D-Town Blasta, thank you for your contribution. He says, "Who's pushing a narrative aside from the LDBC?" All right. Santos Romo says, "How did the most powerful man in boxing, Al Heyman, let his superstar Wilder get cheated? Was Al Heyman in on it?" Sorry, it's cut off here, but corruption too. So basically, he's saying, is Al Heyman in it? Was he in it? That's a good question. Why did he allow this to happen? D-Town Blasta again says, so Wilder's photo was fake, but Fury's wasn't? Okay. Then Gonzalo, thank you for your contribution as well. You didn't write anything, but Apology Man says, "I used to like Wilder. He showed potential in the first Stiverne fight. Wilder, however, failed to adapt and improve. He instead played the race card." Okay, thank you, Apology Man. Chris K says, "Lockdown boxing equals boring." And then he also donated and says, Chris K, thank you. He says, "Wilder should pull a Kaepernick and get an ESPN deal." All right.
I won't have to that super chat that was talking about me too.
What's that?
I won't have the money for that super chat about me.
Yeah, we should send you some. We should send you half of it. Who's talking? Oh, 619. Jose, you're on the air, man.
Yeah.
You're on the air.
Man.
Yeah.
You had me on hold for like 15 minutes, and then you restarted the lines. That's why I called back. Get my 15 minutes back.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, man. This is my opinion, man. The fact of the matter is that Deontay Wilder is very good at what he does, and with all those fights in between the second Tyson Fury fight with the Ortiz, he was getting better. He was getting better along the way, just like anybody else in life who practices a trade gets better, along the way. And the fact of the matter is, even if you don't like Tyson Fury, if you like him or not, he is a good boxer, and that's not just my opinion. That's everybody who knows boxing can see that he can move like a welterweight for being such a big man. You know, he's a two-time unified world champion, but so Wilder is good too. You know, nobody's saying they're not, except in our eyes, because we're just average people that, you know, don't practice boxing. It would seem like they're not good at what they do, but they are, you know. And the fact of the matter is that you know, Fury may be adjusted for the second fight, and that's basically. I mean, you gotta admit that Tyson Fury's been boxing. He's been boxing since he's like 5 years old. You can't take away whether you like him or not, or think he's not good or not. He's been fighting as a little kid. Wilder is learning way. He got good. That just goes to show that he's good.
Yeah, but
you know, just let me finish my point. I'll hang up.
Okay.
Okay, and according to Brotherhood, he hates Fury. So no matter what you say, they're never gonna admit that Fury beat him, because according to him, he hates him. So no matter, you're never gonna win this argument. We're just gonna keep going in circles. You can make another show, another 3-hour show tomorrow. It'll be the same thing. But it's not about what you and me think.
I think what
or,
Jose's
you know,
saying
our
is this is
opinions
getting
or our
boring.
personal feelings.
I know.
It goes to the facts. You know what I mean? And that's my point, man. That's my whole point.
So
All right.
in other words, what
Thanks for calling.
I hate Fury because I ain't giving him the benefit of the doubt for being a cheater in the past, and I'm not giving him much credit for winning over a guy that people think less of. Like,
no,
it's
but
simple as
I already told you. Fury, Wilder is good, man. They're both good because they're professional boxers. They were champions. It doesn't matter what.
Now all of a sudden, after Fury beat Wilder, he's good. Now all of a sudden, Wilder is good after Fury.
No, in fairness,
Hey, man, you don't even know me. I've been a Wilder fan. I've been a Wilder fan all along.
Yeah, he predicted
Jose,
Wilder
who
to
did
win.
you pick in the second
I don't
fight?
believe you.
Tell him
He
who you
picked.
picked.
I don't believe you.
Okay,
Jose, who did you pick in the second fight?
Okay,
Show me
I don't
some
have
proof
to
like
prove
they
it, man.
actually.
Okay, bro. Why do I have to prove it? I don't care what you
Hey,
believe or not.
Jose.
And I'm not gonna give him more credit.
Jose.
I'm not gonna give him more credit than he deserves either, man.
Jose.
So the only
Jose.
reason you're gonna agree with me is if
Jose.
I say Wilder is the greatest boxer of all time. That's not
Jose.
possible.
No, I don't.
Jose.
I said Wilder's a tomato can.
Jose.
He's not.
So hold on. Brotherhood. Can I just say something?
Jose.
Can I just say something? I have the predictions that we made before the fight, and Jose said that Wilder would win in the third round.
Yeah,
So,
and like we're all friends
And
here.
you was well. I think you was wrong,
loves you
Brotherhood.
guys. If not, he wouldn't be talking right on the show. No, so it's not about us. It's not about our feelings. It's about
I'm the
facts of the
permanent
matter, bro.
devil's advocate on this show. That's what I am.
yeah.
Well, yeah,
Good job.
You're
Very
good
good
job.
job.
You're trying to sow division. You know, you're trying to see. You know, but come on, man. Like the only. I mean, what's the goal or like? I mean, you're not gonna prove that Fury cheated because there's no evidence.
Perfect.
You know,
I've
like,
never been trying to prove he cheated. Like I've said it a million times, I only suspect him of cheating. I never called him. Well, I actually do call him a cheater because he did it in the past, but I ain't say he did it this time.
Tyson Fury is one of the biggest heavyweights of boxing history, man. The weight difference between Wilder and Fury in the second fight, that was a big advantage for Fury.
Hell yeah! You ever see the way they looked? Wilder looked like he was fighting 3 weights above his weight class.
He was like Goliath, man. He was fighting like Goliath.
Yeah, he looked.
And yeah, okay.
Fury looked like a weight bully in that
Wilder,
fucking fight.
Wilder came in heavier for the second fight, but no, was that an advantage to him?
He looked like a 6th grader punking a fucking 4th grader for their lunch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
dude.
He was too
and
big.
How about the suit? Wasn't the suit the first
Excuse.
reason they gave for Wilder not doing good? Whatever happened to that? That was
I think that's
all
the
way
best
to the back.
one. Out of all of them, you want to know
Whatever happened
something?
to Tyson
Out
Fury
of all of
being
them,
on
that's the best
steroids
one.
after that Klitschko fight? Maybe that gave him the edge.
Yeah, but they drug tested him for the Wilder fight. You can't. I mean, you can't use that one, bro.
Yeah,
It's fight by fight.
Oh,
You know what I mean?
but let me ask you the question I asked the other dude. So if Fury tested positive in 2020, would you give him the benefit of the doubt that it was just a mistake?
That's an assumption.
No,
That's an assumption,
no.
brotherhood.
Nowadays, no, man. And man, I'm not really like that much of a boxing fan where I'm a fanboy of Tyson Fury or. I'm telling you the truth, man. I'm a fan of Wilder, man. I'm a fan of Wilder.
So you don't think the covering up the camera thing was weird either? Like the rest of the people.
Well, it could
on this
be.
panel?
No. I agree with you, man. Hey, there's something to that. But just because.
Okay, then. If there's something there, bro, why do y'all like y'all call people crazy? Y'all want to deem people Wilder fans and all this extra shit.
Because
when it
you
comes
gotta
to
go
seeing
by
something that we all
you
can
gotta
see.
go.
That's my whole point.
But you gotta go by what you saw in the ring, and by you relying on tell me
bro,
what would be happening right now, bro.
Nobody
what
is denying what
type...
happened in the ring. Fury beat the shit out of him. That's what everybody saw. Why y'all want me to say exactly what everybody else seen? I'm not the person sitting there acting like I didn't see what everybody else seen. Now, when it comes to the glove gate and all the, let me finish. When it comes to the glove gate and all the shit surrounding it, it's some people on this panel that try to act like they got a fucking blanket over their eyes and they can't see shit everybody else seeing. See, that's what I'm saying.
Who's everybody else?
I don't play both sides.
Who's everybody else, brotherhood?
This is the issue that I have, right? Like you just admitted, everybody saw Tyson Fury beat the shit out of Wilder in the second fight. But here's the issue. The issue comes into play is the people who are making up these theories do not believe it is possible for Tyson Fury to beat the shit out of Wilder like he did, because if they did believe that it was possible, they wouldn't be coming up with all these excuses. They wouldn't be coming up with poison water. They wouldn't be coming up with a flappy glove.
That's your assumption, bro. That's your assumption, bro. I've seen everybody. I've seen most people admit that Fury is the most skilled fighter. So how do these people think it's impossible for it to happen unless it's a fucking conspiracy to go with it? That's a damn lie. That's an assumption on your part. That's what most of y'all on this panel do. Y'all make assumptions about people to discredit what you know you fucking seeing. You seeing the same shit we seeing when it comes to this weird ass glove gate shit, bro.
Hey, calm down, brother.
Y'all label people. Y'all like labeling people just to discredit their opinion.
You called us biased.
I'm going to make an honest assessment. Let me make an honest assessment. Here we go. So these same people who are, in my mind, fabricating this, right, who are creating these theories of why Wilder lost the way he did, these are the same people who shit on Lomachenko for losing to Salido and ignore the fact that Lomachenko was hit 30 billion times in another round. Ignore the fact of all the dirty shit that Salido did.
Name these people, bro. Name these people.
Let me finish.
Let him finish.
If they were unbiased and fair, why aren't they talking the same? Where is the same energy for all that?
Yo, Tony, it's not Lomachenko, it's Lomachenko.
The only thing is, like you said, like somebody else said, first off, no man is my king. I'm a king of my own castle.
Flawless victory.
People look at this man like he's a fucking king. Like there's some peons looking at a king and they cannot handle that their kingdom got destroyed. That's what happened. And now they don't know what to do. If they were fair, they wouldn't be talking shit about Lomachenko and Salido. If they were fair, their actions prove that they are biased.
Who is they?
Who created Glovegate? Excuse me.
The LDBC.
That's my point, bro. You proving my point by saying what you saying. You got a whole group of people with different opinions that y'all want to label one thing, so y'all can act like they all have this. Let me fucking finish. Y'all want to sit here and label all of them LDBC so you could pretend they all have the same fucking opinion. When I actually seen channels from the LDBC that gives Lomachenko credit for his skills. It's fighting. I mean,
which ones?
People in the LDBC that love Lomachenko. Yeah.
Which ones?
Y'all just got this narrative that y'all want to stamp
Which
on
ones?
Motherfucking LDBC.
Which ones?
And people that's not even in the LDBC like myself, I got to deal with that bullshit just because the color of my fucking skin. I get this shit every day, and I told y'all that before. And I don't like that shit. I don't agree with that. And y'all do that shit. Y'all try to drive up y'all views with that bullshit, and I don't fucking respect it. That's why I come here every day to call y'all out on that bullshit.
Okay, so let me speak on the fallacy that you're talking about. First off, I don't know about BDA or Bucho, but I never said, I'm talking to you, and I thought you were.
You said they, my nigga. Did you not say they?
LDBC, come on.
Listen to what I'm
Listen,
saying.
you're gonna play the victim card
Here's
here.
the fallacy. Let me explain to you. The fallacy is when I say they, you are referring to me as referring to every single person who watches the LDBC video who might call themselves that. That's not what I said. I said they, as in those who created these videos, the content creators who created these videos. We all know who
What's
they are.
this video called, bro? What's the title of this video?
Let me finish.
Tell me that.
These same individuals are the same ones that are on their own video shitting on Lomachenko for losing to Toledo.
And
They're the same ones
that's the
creating
problem.
this bullshit
You can't say
narrative.
names. You
It's
just
a
saying these
narrative,
individuals.
bruh.
Yeah, a group of people that ain't got no
bruh.
name. What's their name, bro? What's their name?
BDA.
What's their
You
name?
want me to call out other people's channels?
Oh
What's
yeah,
their name,
go ahead.
bro? Yeah, who
Go
is
ahead.
they?
Go ahead.
Tell me who you're referring to. It shouldn't be
Yes.
that hard.
Tony, go ahead.
Okay.
I don't care.
I see LDBC in the fucking title every 2 days on this channel. So I can assume
Let him
that's what I'm
finish.
talking
He's
about.
gonna tell you which channels. He's gonna answer your question.
Who made Glove Game? You ask me who made Glove Game. You tell me who then. Tell me who.
You got Fanon. I just said one. You got Boxing Ego. I just said another one that shits on Lomachenko. You got Blue Blood Sports who shitted on Lomachenko on his videos. You got major players of your LDBC who have all shitted on Lomachenko.
Yeah, you finally said it.
Fatality.
But yet they want to say Fury cheated with no real evidence.
It took you long enough to say it, bro. Stop fucking playing
Because this
around,
isn't
bro.
my channel,
Just be wrong with your
Because
shit.
he didn't want
Stop
to.
playing around, bro.
Brotherhood.
We know
He
who
didn't.
you talking
Brotherhood.
about, bro.
Can you
Just
listen
say
to me?
LDBC
Brotherhood.
and be done
Hello.
with it. You
Hello,
like
brotherhood.
to take both sides of the fence and
Brotherhood.
act like you unbiased when you really not.
Jesus
You do the same
Christ.
shit that these motherfuckers on this panel do and group people
How am I doing the
in the
same
same little
shit?
group and put a label on them and just push them to the side so you can try to act like their opinion always gonna be one thing and laugh and try to drive
No.
that bullshit, bro.
Brotherhood, this is just
That's what y'all do.
This isn't George Floyd, bro. This isn't George Floyd.
You just named Mike 9 out of 10 LDBC members, but that ain't what you said. All right.
No.
You
What
beating
I
around the
said was,
fucking bush. That's
I
what
asked
you're doing.
BDA, listen to me. Listen real good. I said, this is not my channel. That's why I'm not saying the names, because it's not my channel. I'm not going to shout out other channels' names. I asked BDA and Bucho if it was cool. They said, yes, I named the names. That's the only reason why I didn't say the
instead
names.
of doing that,
Because
you rather
this
say
isn't my
they, though.
platform.
Ah, brotherhood. Are you that sensitive?
You say
Are you that sensitive?
What does they
Come on.
mean? What does they mean? More than one. I was talking about more than one individual. That's a
What's
they.
this?
That's English. What are you talking about?
What's the title of this video, bro? Tell me what it is.
Sanity versus the
I don't know. I'm not in
LDBC.
front of my computer anymore.
I'll tell you what the. I'll
clicked
tell you
on
what
the
it is.
Video that you don't know the title of.
I'll
What's
tell
the
you what
name
it
of
is.
Sanity
Sanity.
versus the LDBC. I'll
Exactly.
help you out. That's what it's called. Sanity
Yes, it
versus
is.
the LDBC. But you
That's right.
expect me to not think that's who you fucking talking about. when
I'm
you say
talking
they.
about the
Like,
LDBC.
come on, my nigga, stop playing around, bro. I'm not stupid.
Brotherhood.
You just said the truth.
Brotherhood. Whenever I jumped on this phone call, didn't I tell you the only reason why I jumped on this phone call was because of you saying the bullshit that you said about calling me a fool in the chat box? And then I
No,
debunked
it's because
another
I
thing
know why
because
you on
about
this
the
channel,
fucking
bro. Because you
rap.
love that shit they be talking about. It ain't nothing.
Nah, nobody cares, bro. You know,
You seen the
can I say
title and you
something? Can I say-
gravitated to it.
brotherhood,
You love it. You just wanted them
Tony,
niggas.
let me say something real
I
quick.
love
Just admit it, bro.
Bucho BDA, how many times have I actually called this phone number?
Meanwhile, you sit here naming off LDBC members that have the same narrative.
Oh man.
I mean, bro, just stop beating around the bush.
Let's,
hey, brother,
okay.
can I just say something real quick?
About me. How many times have I called this number? How many times have I been on this panel?
Yep.
Bro, when I asked you
Few
who
times.
they was, who did you name? Did you name a bunch of LDBC members when I asked you who they was? Did you or
It's
did
the
you not?
Brotherhood.
Bucho.
Bro,
Cut the crap.
don't
It's the
start with
LDBC.
that line shit, bro.
Can I add something real fast?
Yes.
You can't even be a man about what you do. Y'all niggas
All right,
group,
brotherhood.
like I said, y'all
Basically,
group
basically,
people in the same fucking category and act like they all have the same opinion.
They do have, most of them have the same opinion.
That shit ain't something you supposed to respect, bro. If you
All
respect
right.
that shit,
They're all
then-
different. Go ahead,
I
Gonzalo.
think you're mad. I think you're mad because look, this is what's going on. New conspiracy theories are surfacing. Fake conspiracy theories. You want the conspiracies to continue, but you don't want people to talk about how they're not really true. You want people to put out content saying that they're fake.
Fatality.
When people put out when people put out content debunking these fake conspiracy theories, you get mad. So what kind of world are we supposed to live in? Fake news?
I think Brotherhood is exhibiting signs of a Marxist. He's a Marxist. You don't realize it.
Are you a Democrat? Are you a Democrat, Brotherhood?
Hold on. So hold on, Brotherhood. The word they is bad.
I'm pretty sure you think
Brotherhood. They is bad.
You're a Marxist.
Can I use they is bad, but the word us is good. So they
or are
bad,
you racist?
us
Or are you
good.
racist?
The LDBC keeps using the LDBC keeps using the word us.
You talk about
us,
they too. I mean, you put their name in the title
us
of like
people.
half your video, so ain't no discussion.
Us people.
Hold on though. My bad.
But y'all,
Go
that's
ahead,
my
bro.
thing. Y'all behind closed doors, y'all think I'm they too. Y'all think I'm one of them too. If a motherfucker have a certain opinion, and it just happened to be an opinion that
You're in line with the LDBC. I don't know what the difference. You are in line.
They have. If it sound anything like them, y'all like to throw people in that category, try to discredit.
I don't like it.
opinion.
I don't like it.
There is no categories. There's just the
Henry might
LDBC
have
and
did some
everybody
fucked up
else.
shit, and they ain't part of the fucking LDBC. That's my whole point.
You don't have to be. You don't have to be part of the LDBC to not know what you're talking about. Anybody can not know what they're talking
Young
about.
Pharaoh LDBC, fuck no.
Nah,
But
there's people that are not
y'all
LDBC
like to play them
that don't
games
care
like y'all
about
don't see it.
boxing too.
He can easily go into the
On your
LDBC.
screen when it comes to the evidence that's presented.
Young
And
Pharaoh
it's
can
time for
easily
y'all to
become an
just fess
LDBC
up
member.
and admit that y'all just being some biased motherfuckers.
Young
Like,
Pharaoh
I
can
can't
become
wait
an
till y'all
LDBC
do.
member anytime.
I'm sorry?
Yeah.
Young Pharaoh can become a member of the LDBC anytime. Any day.
There's some
And what makes you think
LDBC
that?
members
What makes
Because
you think
of what
that?
he says. Because of what he says. And by the way, the LDBC kept quoting the guy. He's in line with them. Why can't I say that he would be an LDBC member? Even though he doesn't consider himself an LDBC member, he follows the same line. The same bullshit, basically.
But you know what's worse, Mucho?
Yeah.
There's LDBC members that know boxing. There's people that really, really know boxing, but they don't want to accept. So it's like ignorance. They deny what they know is true.
You know who I like
it's
the
easy.
LDBC? There's a guy that
Who
I
is
like.
it? There y'all go with that thing shit again. Y'all stay behind that.
No, listen. There's certain guys that I like on the LDBC, and I see them.
Curtis. This is his name, guy named Curtis.
No, I'm not talking about him. I'm talking about blood boxing. I've always liked him. I don't agree with everything he has to say. It's just that, the world doesn't work that way. But don't assume that that everybody on the panel just think the same. We just don't believe. Maybe we just have a consensus that the conspiracy theories that you guys are talking about are way off base. That's all.
No,
that's
y'all
all I'm saying.
had the same problem with
But
y'all
here's
had the
what I
same
don't
problem
understand.
that fucking cops have that like to
Oh
be
my God.
prejudiced against certain people.
All right. Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
a white
Come on.
cop.
First of all, listen. You see, brotherhood. Hold on.
I can
Brotherhood.
make the audacious
You don't
claim,
even.
'cause that's
You
the
let me
audacious
just say
claim
this
that
real quick to
you
brotherhood.
have-
Brotherhood.
Go
You
ahead.
see, you just made an analogy that was
This
so stupid.
This what the police do,
Because
man.
you don't know who
they
you're
see
talking.
five
You
black
don't.
dudes that just happen to say
Hold on.
No.
and then all of
Here
a
we
sudden
go.
these five
Hold
black
on.
dudes
We
become
reached-
they,
First
and they
of all,
start
we
thinking
reached
that
this
all
point.
of these
Police
motherfuckers
corruption
That's
Race
the
car.
type
police
of shit y'all doing.
brutality. Hold on. Police corruption and police brutality have nothing to do with what we're talking
Okay.
about. Second of all, time out. Second of all, it has been proven that police corruption and police brutality is colorblind. It's a global
Right.
thing. Okay? Regardless if you think it's only for you, the numbers don't agree with you. They don't agree with you. Okay? And you don't even know who you're talking to. Like, you don't know who you're talking to. We could agree with you when it comes to certain things.
Stop being a victim, brotherhood. Come on, man. You're older.
Right. I guess that's the reason.
Here's my thing.
When half of your chat talking that racist shit, they get away.
Nobody's
with it.
talking
Let me
great.
say
Oh, come
something
on.
wrong, and I'm getting
Why
blocked
is it?
Look, brotherhood,
the next
I
5
let
seconds.
you talk, and you group me in with everybody else. So let me say this. You saying that I personally, me, not them, but me, because you grouped me in with them, like you claimed that I grouped all LDBC in, which I did not. What I was talking about was the content creators. I said they, meaning the content creators, the people who put the information out. not the people who.
And then when you name them,
hold on.
When you name them, it just happened to be some LDBC members, right? Is that a coincidence?
You have a grouping mentality to where you think because I say they, I mean you and every other single person involved with one group, and that's not what it was. That's an issue with you, not with me. With you. What's this show called, Tony?
Tony, what's this show called though? What's this show called? What is this show title?
Thirdly,
what is this show title, Tony?
Sanity. He just said over the phone, Sanity versus the LDBC. He just said.
Okay, then.
I just said it. He didn't know.
Okay.
Save your breath.
Okay.
Save your
what
breath.
What does that got to do with me?
Yeah, he didn't write the title of the show. I did.
You just grouped them up and named different members.
Brotherhood.
That happen to be LDBC members.
Brotherhood.
And you own this show, bro.
Brotherhood. I wrote Brotherhood. Brotherhood.
Brotherhood. It ain't that hard to see.
I'm gonna have to mute people.
What I'm on is the evidence that they're claiming as evidence isn't evidence. I don't believe what I'm seeing. What I told you is I went to the website before it got taken down. The deflated glove.
But everybody that sees something different than Tony just happens to be LDBC, and they just these people that have this agenda and this narrative because they love Wilder so much. That's the type of shit y'all be talking about.
But it's true though. What's not true about that? No, it's true.
See, exactly.
It's true. You know this. Stop.
At least he
Absolutely.
admitted. I can respect
Absolutely. That. The LDBC, they're the ones making all these videos.
That's why I respect Bucho. He don't play both sides. He let that shit be open.
All right. Well, listen, you should do the same thing. You should do the same thing, man.
Do you know what playing both sides means? That means that one person goes to say the LDBC side and acts friendly.
Yeah, and then
jumps over here and acts like he's against them. That's playing both sides.
But basically what he's saying that he allows people to speak, they make their argument.
Yeah, I guess so.
You definitely are, bro.
I'm playing both sides.
All right, we're going.
I'm not saying.
Where are we going?
I'm not saying they all think the same way, but if you ask me who they are, they just happen to be LDBC members. Shut the fuck up, man.
Who's the people that created the
video? You don't make no sense, bro.
You don't make no sense. Just the
irony.
That's the point.
You just named like 6 people. And 5 of them with LDBC members.
Am I
like,
talking
stop
to
it,
a
bro.
wall? Am I talking to a wall? I think I am because you're not listening. Who are the people who created the video?
Ain't no point of listening to you. All you do is repeat yourself, bro. And you don't make no sense every fucking time.
You did.
Every fucking
How come
time.
he makes sense to everybody else?
You're bullshitting, bro. I don't listen
because
to
we're biased.
bullshitters.
Because we're biased.
How come he makes sense to everybody else except you, Brotherhood? How come?
Don't say shit else.
You injected police brutality, bro. Come on, this is boxing, bro.
How about that, then, nigga? Shut the fuck up. How about that?
All right. Is it because Tony? Hold on, guys. No,
don't do that. Don't do that.
Tony, are you white?
Yes,
bro.
Okay.
You one of them. Like I hate when people try to play mind games with me.
Tony, are you white?
Stop that shit, bro.
Tony, are you white? Tony, are you white?
Calm down, brother. Calm down.
Like, what do you mean am I white? Of course. Like,
what
are we talking about?
I don't know.
Yeah, nobody knows.
Is that something that comes into play here?
What is my ethnicity? Like, I'm not understanding.
Yeah, what's your ethnicity?
Just a question.
I'm Greek, but I'm white. Like,
yeah. Okay.
Just that's it. I'm discounting.
Just putting it out there.
As far as I know.
Putting it out there.
You're olive skin.
Listen, but you don't listen. I just said I'm Greek, but I'm white. Like, what the fuck?
And I just agree with you, stupid.
All right. We're getting into another subject here. Maybe it's my fault.
Clearly, you're full of shit. That's what part don't you understand? I know you're full of shit, bro.
All right. Are you drinking?
You don't want to answer the
I hear you clearly, but I know you're fucking lying too. So shut the fuck up, man. Don't say shit else to me then, nigga. It's that easy. It's that fucking easy.
Yo, Brotherhood sounds like you want to fight somebody.
Brotherhood's ready to fight.
Talk to recognize or something.
All right.
Brotherhood, why you so tight, bro?
What's happening?
Why you so tight?
What's wrong?
Because this nigga bullshit. He's stupid, bro. He's annoying to talk to.
You keep
He's not
repeating
stupid.
yourself
He's
like
bringing
I
up good
don't hear you,
points,
but I'm
man.
sitting there
He makes
telling
great
you why
points.
I think you're bullshitting, and you're gonna repeat yourself like I'm gonna change my mind. I think you're bullshitting, bro. But why don't you understand?
right.
Like, damn,
Well,
it's
we're
not
gonna
that
have to
hard.
agree to disagree.
All right, so we agree to
And you know
disagree.
what? I think he's dumb as fuck and purposely being dumb as fuck because he
Yeah,
doesn't want to
you
answer
mad.
the question.
You mad.
He's trying to do a narrative on me, but he doesn't want to name who created this
You
fucking
mad because I
topic
see through your
because he
bullshit.
knows
That's what
where
it is.
leads to. He
All right,
knows
all right,
he's
all
doing
right,
mad,
guys.
the
bro.
topic, so he doesn't want to answer.
Bucho hit the horn on his ass.
Somebody wants to say something. Brian
Yeah.
Harkin. Brian, go ahead. I'll give you a
Yo,
few minutes.
BDA and everyone on the show. If Wilder is a cheat, then why does Deontay Wilder, or if Fury is a cheat, why does Deontay Wilder have metal rods in his hand? We
I
want to
think
talk
he
about
broke
metal
his hand.
objects. We want to talk about metal objects, man. Why does Wilder have metal objects in his hand? Why does he have metal rods in his hand?
Hey, I think he
Because
broke.
he broke
Caller,
his
I
hand
think he
and
broke his
had
hands.
surgery.
That's
Like,
why he.
I don't understand that question.
No, I know that. I know that. But, you know, if he hits you with metal rods, is that not a form of enhancement?
That is. Yeah.
Yes.
No.
Yes. So these are the ones talking about cheating.
Well, look, it's legal because if you get your hands broken, look, I'm not trying to defend Wilder. I don't. It's perfectly legal because it's hard to explain, but he broke his hand, so he needs metal rods to keep it. You can he's not the only boxer that has metal rods in his hands. Cotto
I
had
know
it
that.
too.
I know
Alexis
that.
Arguello also
Alexis
did.
Arguello had it. But you make a good point.
You know the metal
I'm not
rods?
taking anything away from
you know the metal rods are less dense than bone and weaker, right?
Say again?
What?
I said metal rods, they're less dense than bone and weaker. So if anything, it would be a negative,
Yeah.
not a positive.
It's a negative.
It's gonna make
Depends.
his hands
Depends.
weaker and softer.
It's more of a negative, Gonzalo.
That's like saying
It's because
Kell Brook cheating because he got metal in his fucking eye. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, man.
Brian,
yeah,
anything
but you
else?
can't dismiss everything as get the fuck out of here. Because
Can I say something to Mr. Brotherhood?
Yes.
Yeah.
Can I say something? You've already said that. You already said that you're not trying. That you don't think Fury cheated, right? But then you already said, you know, you're not biased. Then you already said fuck Fury. So which one is it? Are you?
That's true.
You already said fuck Fury.
Well, yeah, that shows that I'm not.
So are you biased?
I don't
Are you
fuck with him
biased?
because he's been a cheater in the past. I don't fuck with any boxer that's been a cheater and it's been confirmed. But even I'm not biased enough to say he just flat out fucking cheated. That actually shows how I'm unbiased.
But you said you're not biased. Then you said fuck Fury. So
Yeah,
which one?
Because I'm not a fucking liar, bro. I mean, if I was so biased against Fury, then I'd just fucking call him a cheater, wouldn't I?
No, but you're trying to hide that.
He cheated in the Wilder fight, wouldn't I?
Here, you have made every argument. You have made every argument bar coming out from saying it. You have made every single argument bar coming out from saying it that Fury cheated. You have made every single argument. But you haven't come out and said he cheated because you know at the end of the day you have no proof. You know at the end of the day you have no proof. Don't try to argue with me, bro. Don't try to argue with me. Don't try to argue with me.
Nobody trying to argue. You asked me.
At the end of the day, you don't have any proof. But anyways,
the truth is the truth. There's no proof.
There is.
Come back to
He even said it.
He
even said it.
It don't work that way.
You even said it, Brotherhood. You don't have enough evidence. You said
There's
that.
no evidence. Or there's not enough
Because
evidence.
if there was enough evidence, Wilder, Fury would be in a lot of fucking trouble.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Yeah, and it's different. It's different saying there's not enough evidence to pretending it's no evidence. That's
all
what
right.
people doing.
All right, guys. Guys, I want to give. Sorry, but I need to give everybody a chance, and there's always callers that call in, and I leave them on hold. So I just want to be fair. 617, you're on the air. 617.
Yeah, what's up, man? Hey, I just had a question for brotherhood, if that's all right.
Sure.
Okay, brotherhood, did you say before that you believe that the LDBC is the least biased group of fans on YouTube?
No, I didn't say that.
But do you think that they are biased?
Acupuntura. I don't, bro. I'm not about to sit here and call a group of individuals biased when all of these individuals got different opinions. So I wouldn't even address them as the LDBC. I'll address them as individuals. So if you ask me, is a certain person from the LDBC is biased, I'll tell you if I think they are or not.
Okay, do you think Fred from Barbershop Conversations is biased?
Yes.
Do you think BFTB is biased?
Goddamn coon.
Do you think Dante's Boxing Nation is biased?
Yes. No.
Okay, so they do not constantly talk about Triple G and Lomachenko and guys who happen to be white or Eastern European and in a bad light. They don't constantly do that.
No, I see them calling out like the racism in boxing. That's all I see from Dante's Boxing Nation, or calling. He basically be exposing the bias that fans have when it comes to certain races. But that don't mean he has his own bias just because he's pointing out certain shit that goes on in boxing. I've seen him give praise to boxers of all different races. But it seems like people don't like the fact that he exposes the racism and the tribalism in boxing, so they call him a racist, which makes no fucking sense.
Aren't they engaging in tribalism as well?
What you say?
Tribalism is natural, man. That's just natural.
Well.
Yeah, and the only little credit that I have heard them speak is just to kind of disguise it. I'm gonna spark a little bit of credit here. That way I can just fucking say what I want to say and make it seem like I'm not racist, but everybody's.
There's nothing wrong with tribalism as long as you don't fucking become a blind soldier. Like, you're just gonna start straight out
It's
blind.
something wrong with it when black people do it, for sure. I don't know why it's different for
No,
black
it's not a
people,
problem. It's not a problem.
When it's Mexican style and all this shit popping up, then it's okay.
But you see, you have there's people who share a different, exactly what you just said, but the other way around. There would be people who say that. You see, the truth is that everybody feels a little bit of tribalism in them, and it doesn't matter if it's your race, your ethnicity, or whatever. Everybody's gonna view it as biased, but it's not.
Yeah.
Look,
when Danny Jacobs came out in African garb, that wasn't a bad thing. It was a little cringy, but it wasn't like a bad thing.
I didn't care for it, but I'm still not gonna. I'm not gonna be like, you know what? I don't like Danny Jacobs anymore.
And to be honest, look, all the Mexicans coming out with the Mexican flag, even though a lot of them are Mexican American now, that's becoming some cringy to me.
Yeah.
Well, dude, how many Mexicans get called racist for loving Mexican boxers more than any other fucking boxer?
Hardly. I don't think it's that way.
Yeah.
Exactly. So why, when the LDBC, since y'all want to group them together, y'all say the LDBC they are tribalists and they like black boxers more than any other boxers.
I'll tell you what. Brotherhood.
If that was the case.
Brotherhood. Are Mexicans calling out, like, are they saying that there's racism in the sport of boxing? Do Mexicans do that?
Well, bro, do you not know the history
yes or no?
of boxing? You know
yes
about
or no?
Jack Johnson?
No, okay.
Do you know about Jack Johnson?
Yeah. When last year? That happened last year, or what was it?
And Jack Johnson still succeeded.
It don't matter how long ago.
Yeah, it matters. By the way, and Mexicans are not crying out.
It seems there's still people alive from that era right now.
How was he able
what I don't get.
Fatality.
What I'm hearing over the phone, the only person grouping the LDBC as one is the Brotherhood. Clearly, we were talking about the pictures,
again,
the gloves, where they came from, the individuals who created the videos that started it. but he grouped it as if that's every single person at LDBC and nobody said
Again,
that.
I'm gonna say it for the last time. What's the title of this fucking video?
Racism in boxing today, era, right? No, listen. You talk about racism in boxing, but that any race could say that. I can sit here and be like, well, you know what? That's not true. It's racist to white fighters. Why? Why could I say that? Because Vladimir Klitschko dominated the heavyweight division. What happened to boxing when a white champion was champion? It died. The heavyweight division died. Nobody had interest. The minute you get Deontay Wilder, AJ, people are interested again. So, like, the whole race argument is stupid. Like, it's nobody here is talking about anything that's got to do with race but you.
Right. I just got asked a question about race, and I answered it.
Can
You
I-
mad at me for that?
All right, guys. I'm gonna have to sound the horn. Hold on. We have a phone
maybe the
call.
thing with. Go ahead.
832. You're on the air. 832.
That's a fact.
Go ahead. You're on the air.
That's a fact.
It's a fact.
Okay. State your fact.
Yeah, he's just trolling.
Yeah, I don't know.
Okay.
Anyways,
but
yeah,
you
go
see,
ahead.
I was gonna say, Bucho, but maybe the thing with the Americans, look, I'm American also, Mexican American, doesn't matter. The things with the United States is that they hadn't had a heavy champion at the time, and they probably deposited a lot in Deontay Wilder, hoping that he would become, or he had 9 title defenses, but that he would reign for a long time. Now, I mean, we got this Jarrell Baby Miller situation. Maybe he tested positive, but these guys are failing at the heavyweight division. We're hoping that a heavyweight American champion comes along the way. Maybe like this new Jared Miller, the new big baby. He will be good, but I think a lot of the United States fans are kind of like sour grapes because of that. Because
You know what
we
it
haven't
is?
had
You know
an
what it is,
American
Gonzalo?
champion in a long time.
Well,
Gonzalo, you know what it is? America. Let me just state this quickly. American media is so fucking racist. They're antagonists, true.
Yeah,
They
love
love playing the race card. They love playing races against each other. So they have an agenda. So it's no wonder that black people feel the way they do, because they lie to black people all the time. They do the same thing to white people. They do the same thing with Hispanics. They lie to them all the time. Anything that's in your way that you didn't make it, it's because of racism. That guy don't like you, he's racist. That person don't like you, he's a racist. That's the media's at fault at it. And some people fall for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And that's what it is. It's like, look, boxing is an international sport. I grew up, I'm of Puerto Rican descent. I'm actually born and raised in Puerto Rico. I don't like every fucking Puerto Rican boxer. I enjoyed most of them, but there's some of them I didn't really care for. Okay? It's part of boxing. There was Puerto Rican fighters that I would root against if they were going up against Chavez, because I was more of a Chavez fan. They convince people that if you don't like a certain fighter, this is the media I'm talking about. If you don't like certain people, whatever it is, sports, politics, whatever, it must be racism. It can't be intellect. It can't be, I don't like that person's style. I don't like the message they have to say. They just automatically switch to default racism.
But look, I've lived in the United States as well. The U.S. is privileged, man. Over here in Asia, I'm in the Philippines. Filipinos are nice people, but I can't go walking out in the street because they see me.
Listen,
as
man,
like
I could tell an African American this. They don't believe me. In streets of Puerto Rico, they would make the slums of Baltimore look nice. I'm telling you. And they're white, they're black, they're mixed. These dudes are in poverty, total poverty. And it's an island that's just, it's territory of the U.S. Okay? There's way more places worse than you would ever have. And you would look at this country and say, yeah, I think I'd rather stay here. You trust me, you would not want to live in, not even Puerto Rico, in the slums over there. You would die.
I would rather live there than cold Canada. But D-Town Blasta, thank you for your contribution. He says, Wilder's still trash. Fury didn't prove anything. John Gonzalez, Crazy John Gonzalez says, recognize spitting facts. Okay.
Thank you.
You know, I just
like
want to
always.
say, whenever Gerald Miller was brought up, that Gerald Miller really let me down because that would have been a U.S. champion, and he's from New York, where I'm from, and I really wanted Gerald Miller to not pop positive. Hopefully he's...
Oh, you from New York, man? Me too. Me too, Tony.
I would have been holding it down for New York, and I really wanted to see him batter AJ, but it never came to fruition.
Yeah.
Tony,
Yeah, but
Tony, you from New York? Where you from? What part?
I'm from Syracuse, the Q's, upstate.
Oh, you from up there? Yeah. All right.
Problem with
Yeah.
Gerald Baby Miller is we never knew if he was really that good because he's a giant, he's a massive dude that threw a lot of punches. Now take away the substance. Did he ever have that engine without the fucking PEDs?
Yeah, I don't know. Like him
It's
being
too
called,
big.
Yeah, I don't know when it comes to these guys. I don't know.
He might be able to compete without it. I don't know.
Tyson Fury could still be taking it, just taking it better. That's all. Just taking it in a smarter way.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
also know that
Listen, I
Wilder
mean,
could be taken. I also know that Wilder could be taken
No, I was
too.
gonna say this guy from America named Jermaine Franklin. He actually beat Jerry Forrest, who Miller possibly popped out for the fight. That dude might be a possible prospect from here. So hopefully, you know, he'll be the next one if Deontay Wilder cannot beat Fury, which I don't know if he can.
hey, yo, but you recognize, you know that most guys that take PEDs, they lose anyways.
Yeah, because
They
you
fucking
can't.
lose.
You can't. Here's the thing, Gonzalo. You can. PEDs does not guarantee you shit. This is what people don't understand. It doesn't get. Look, I've sparred. I fought as an amateur. You know, it's been a long time. I mean, I'm almost 50 years old, so it's been a long time. And I could tell you that I went up there against guys that I was like, man, I think this dude's like doing something else. Like he's on some juice because his fucking pressure is unbelievable. But I also know that doesn't guarantee him shit because a lot of times I caught him with some shots and some shots that maybe I caught him on the blind side and he had a reaction to it.
It's
Yeah,
you gotta know how to
If
balance it out because if you come out too nervous,
Here's the thing.
and aggressive, you can get caught in clip too.
If you ever got into a fight,
Well, think
if
about
you ever
this.
got into a fight on a
Think about
street
this.
fight,
If
right?
PEDs were the
A
be-all,
street
end-all,
level,
then everybody
you would
knows
know
to be a
that
fighter,
boxing
and
is
they're
the
not.
same way. When you get into a street fight, nothing is set in stone. I don't care how good you could throw your hands. The only thing it does is it gives you better chance, right? But that guy catches you with a shot that you don't see coming, splits you open, could change everything. Boxing is
That's right.
more or less the same way, bro.
Especially if you come out too nervous. You know, like James Tunney was like really relaxed in the ring, real calm. If you're too aggressive, if you're too jittery, you can empty out your gas tank or you can get caught because you're not relaxed as well.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things.
Yeah, I agree.
And also, if you don't have the confidence, maybe I think that was Jarrell Baby Miller's problem. He had never like gone into a fight without the PEDs, that he didn't have the confidence in himself.
He's a kickboxer, and I'm telling you right now, in kickboxing, he wasn't by himself. I can tell you that right now.
Yeah.
I don't know if Miller's confidence is in question. I think if he truly is guilty, and it comes out he is truly guilty in this third time, like I said, this is 3 different times. It goes all the way back to when he was kickboxing, to when he was supposed to fight AJ, to his return fight. What I think it has to do is, and this is any person, if you're on mainly like steroids, if you're on that long enough, you cannot compete in any way without it. Your body is codependent with it, and confidence has nothing to do with it. Your body just falls apart without it because you've been on it for too long. And
No, but it can be both things. It can be both things. If I can't beat you with PEDs, what's going to make me think that I can beat you sober? So the next time that I fight, I'm not going to go in and fight you sober because I've always been on PEDs. And that doesn't even guarantee that I'm going to win. So it just means that I don't have confidence in my skills, that I have to take this extra thing just to psychologically build myself up. And obviously, because it does have some benefits, but doesn't mean that I always work. That's just my opinion.
But it doesn't necessarily mean he was on PEDs this whole time either, because a lot of people seem to get popped for PEDs right before they take their step-up fight, like Povetkin, or a lot of people that fought Wilder. And then Miller got caught right before he was about to fight his toughest fight with AJ. So it could just be that factor.
Yeah, why people trust? Listen, this is where I agree with Brotherhood. Like, why anybody even trust these fucking drug agencies? They already proved themselves to have loopholes to take drugs, bro. You could get a TUE unannounced, meaning you don't have to announce it to the public. I could just simply go, to whatever drug agency and say, look, I know that I'm taking testing, but I'm going through this certain issue. I need to take this. Here's my doctor's note. Yo, PED testing, man, it's a joke. I don't, again, Miller got popped 3 times. I don't really know what's going on with that. I can also see that 2 ways, that there could be a lot of hypocrisy there. Maybe he's not. I don't know. Maybe they don't like him and they're saying fuck him. And we're gonna do a real stringent testing for him.
Y'all might disagree with me on this one, because I don't know that much about your channel, but you might disagree with me here. But it's not just that, but it seems to be when the marquee fighters, the big name fighters, is always an excuse. Like, for instance, when Canelo got popped with Clint Buterol, all of a sudden it came from a mistake. I don't believe that shit for a minute. Clint Buterol doesn't work like that. It gets out of your system too fast. I do not believe that.
That motherfucker he's still using. He's still using.
Yeah. We're talking about Canelo.
Yeah, he's just using that as an example.
Remember the Austin Trout fight back in the days? How his gas tank was. His gas tank was not the same before the Triple G fights. All of a sudden, you're gonna tell me that he can go stronger in the last 3 rounds.
And it's not just to pick on Canelo. I think it goes all the way to all the elite fighters. I think Floyd Mayweather benefited from that. I think Manny Pacquiao's benefited from that. I think at times maybe even a guy like Triple G may have been given a little wink, do your thing. And definitely Canelo. Like, Canelo is definitely like, I mean, if you can't see it, then I don't know what the fuck to tell you. I mean, it is what it is at that point.
Yeah, I feel like they only test positive when they not doing the shit that the sanctioning body tell them to do. Like,
yes.
Oh, you ain't gonna do this for us. You ain't gonna do that for us. Oh, okay, all right. That shit that's in your system is gonna pop up magically now. Like, you see, it was Mauricio Suleiman fucking with Canelo. Canelo turned down that Mardi Gras belt or whatever the fuck they was trying to give him, Chavez, and all of a sudden when Canelo started talking shit back to the WBC and not accepting that belt, then he pop up dirty. Now, I'm not saying it wasn't shit in his system, but they could try to set
and
up,
there's some truth to what you just
and
said.
Make it known that shit is in your system when you ain't doing what the fuck they tell you to do.
There's some truth to what you said, Brotherhood, because it was the testing started a little earlier.
I think I'm talking over somebody.
One at a time.
Sorry, go ahead,
no, I was going to say when Dillian White got popped by UCAD, right? Didn't Chris Areola come out and say UCAD was like extorting him?
Some shit like that, yeah.
I think it was Areola.
It was Chris Areola.
Yeah, they were claiming that.
Yeah, it was Chris Areola. Yeah.
What's that?
No, but to go to Brotherhood's point, I want to bring up one point. Something that he said. He said that Canelo wouldn't take this little fucking Mardi Gras WBC belt, right?
We're talking about the Mayan belt.
Yeah, some shit. Okay. That. Whatever belt it was, right? It was like a stupid version of the WBC, and so he was. It looks like Canelo was growing tired of the WBC on certain things, and if you look at the testing leading up to the original date of the rematch between Triple G and him, they tested a little earlier, so that could have caught a guy who cycles off what he's doing at a certain time. In Canelo, and bam, he pops dirty. So it was like maybe like a little, hey, learn how to play ball, we fuck with you kind of thing. Because look, nobody could tell me after the 2016 scandal with WADA, talking about the World Agency, whatever the fuck it is, WADA, not VADA or USADA. When WADA got busted, when they got busted red-handed, showing all these Western countries from America, France, everywhere, people allowed to take PEDs because they got a TUE, and meanwhile they're just banning Russian athletes for taking a drug that was legal at the time, but now we're gonna ban you for it. Even if you took it back then, we banning it, so it's retroactive. Once I saw that, I said, okay, listen, testing agency is political. It's just a political thing, and you shouldn't take any of the results serious.
Well, yeah, that's what my point was about Chris Arreola. I believe UCAD. They said he needed to pay them $100,000. He refused. Then all of a sudden he failed a drug test.
There you go. How can anybody take this thing serious? Look, the reason why a guy like Floyd and Manny Pacquiao might get away with it because they got a lot of staying power, they got a lot of money. So making a payment is not a problem. You get what I'm saying? Like when you make the kind of money they making, paying whatever you got to pay, it's just a drop in the bucket. That's all it is. But when you're talking about other fighters that are trying to build up their bankroll, like these guys, and trying to create that status, right? A lot of these guys are going to run into a blip, and that's what you saw happen with Canelo, and that's definitely what you're going to see with guys like Arreola, Big Baby Miller. Not saying that they're not taking. It's just that when they take, they get, you know what I'm saying? They get exposed.
Yeah, not only do they, I don't think they do that for fighters that don't listen to them or like, you know, step to the beat of their drum basically. But I think they do it so they have an excuse to not give certain fighters their shots. Like the guy that popped Dirty versus Usyk in his first heavyweight fight. What's his name? Tyrone Sponge.